What's up, everybody? Welcome to Channel Rob Tui. It is Saturday night. It's time for us to play Icewind Dale. Don't go to hell, but go to the frozen place, which is the other. That's the full title. Our dungeon master is Mr. Drake Takes. Take it away, sir.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Saturday, October 17th, 2020, and on the East Coast, it's 9 p.m. And in Forgotten Realms in 1494, the year 12 Warnings, in Icewind Dale, down in Caer. So, you guys are in Icewind Dale.
I love you,
let me give everyone a
man.
refresher course on where you guys are at. So, if you go to the Sword Coast Adventures Guide and pull open the Sword Coast map, you're gonna get this big ass map, and up towards the very, very top of the map, you have the spine of the world, a mountain range that stretches across the top of Toril all the way around, and there's a glacier, like an ice cap up there. It's called the Reghead, however you say it, glacier. And just below that glacier is 10 towns, a pretty hostile environment to say the least. But in 10 towns, and you guys can close that map, and I am pushing you another one. I could have closed it for you, I suppose.
Oh, snow. Look at
But
that.
but in 10 towns, you guys have
Cheer
all come
bits,
from
cheer
your
bits in the stream.
prospective
Thanks for the cheer
areas in the
bits.
world, and you guys are currently in a little town all the way out, almost as far north as you can get. Matter of fact, you are in the last civilized area before you get into the wild tundra, heading towards the ice cap. So you're like almost to the North Pole. This is like freaking Santa Claus somewhere who lives nearby on Toril. Hey, we should run that sometime. Christmas, we're running the Santa Claus one. Let's do it. Let's kill Santa Claus. And you're in Caer. And in the town of Caer, there is a little inn tavern called the Northern Light, and that's where you spent the night last night. The night before that, you spent the night about 10 minutes outside of town,
you,
buried in a
man.
snowbank that you guys dug in a blizzard. About 10 minutes away. Yep,
That
that's
was
pretty funny.
awesome.
I love you, man.
Here's outside. There's a big barn about 200 yards away. Yep. But it's okay. It was all in fun.
I
You guys
love
survived.
you,
So
man.
in the Northern Light is where you guys find yourself in the morning about 6 o'clock. You wake up,
I love
stretch,
you,
you get all your gear.
man.
You know you're heading for you got to go back out in that cold, and you want some warm fluids in your body before you go out there. So you get downstairs
I
and
love you,
talk
man.
to the proprietors of the Northern Light. What
The
were their
Charade
names?
Sisters?
Yeah, those gals. Corey and Allie, the Charade sisters. And they serve you up. They're so happy that you guys are here. They're loving on you. They even the sour kitchen cook and the one that handles the back end of the house. She's even got a smile on her face as you guys come down in the morning. They are so happy that you returned the Northern Light. And there are other people that have come in this morning already, and it's a little breakfasty place all of a sudden, and they're serving up some victuals, some biscuits and bacon, and mostly fish.
Oh, I was all excited
Oh.
until I heard fish.
Yeah, they got all kinds of fish because they live on the lake and food is getting scarce. But they did break out some. It's pretty salty bacon though. You're like, wow. I need some lager to wash this down with. Oh. And they are getting a little stingy with the ale though. So the town speaker is a little grumbly this morning. I can't believe you guys cut me off. You sure? I had to break into my private stock. And so, what do you guys want to do this morning? Let's run around the table. Introduce your character, and then let us know what you want to do this morning. Let's start off with Zazzy.
All
Rob.
right. What's up, everybody? Rob Tui. I'm playing Zazzy. Before I get to that, I would like to thank everybody who's watching, and especially the people who did subs and resubs and follows and everything. A shitload of stuff happened while Drake was giving his intro, so I just want to say thank you to everybody. Also, Drake, for you, before I introduce my character, while I'm doing that, Draco Wizard has purchased an inspiration card and a rad magic item for Neo.
All right.
So,
Thank you.
Zazzy is a second level cleric. He's an Aasimar as opposed to an Aarakocra, which is what I thought that was before we started. But no, he's a fallen angel type dude. And he is a Zentarum agent, so he has evil contacts in case we need it. And he's excited to be a part of the party to help out with healing as needed because he's a replacement for my first character who died in the first 15 seconds. And what he would like to do is he would like to have some breakfast items without fish. Thank you.
The salty
You said-
bacon, please, he says. I'll have the salty bacon, please.
And the salty bacon.
And
Ass in a bar.
and that's what he wants to do today, just have the salty bacon. He doesn't,
Until the
have
group
anything.
decides what we're doing. Yeah, I'm just gonna have the salty bacon and maybe
Yeah,
some.
I can't talk to anybody until I got my bacon.
Yeah,
Obsidian. Diablo Bob. Or I'm sorry, Sven. Tell us about Obsidian, please, sir.
Yeah, that should be would be an interesting social experiment. Have the each player introduce a player to their left, the character to their left.
Play cards, pass to the left.
Right. So
You
Obsidian
gotta hold them.
is a juggler primarily who ended up stranded out here because of a series of unfortunate events and a caravan master who was not a nice guy. Hopefully is a frozen popsicle or Yeti burger somewhere along the line. So he's basically trying to make enough money to get his butt out of the cold.
Make enough money to get out of the cold. Well, I think you've done that for at least a few days, anyways. Diablo Bob, tell us a little bit about Neo.
Well, Neo is a human sorcerer, storm sorcerer. He's suddenly feeling much more inspired now that he has a card in his hand. Thank you, by the way. Other than that, he is actually a member of the Tempest Church, whatever destruction. It's all good, peace through destruction. It'll be all peaceful, all good. Other than that, he currently is trying to get some breakfast and wake up. He's not a morning person, kind of grumpy.
Grumpy. Well, somebody just accidentally on your plate when you were getting your fish breakfast left you a random magical item on table B of the Dungeon Master Guide. Do you need that?
Yes, if possible.
Well, I have it handy right here just for Neo. So there you go. You can roll on that. That's what's on your plate. Hopefully it's not like, something disgusting.
Yes!
That makes
Nice.
me feel, yeah.
A nice
It's good
potion of
breakfast
greater
right there.
healing for. That's from who was that from? Draco.
That was from Draco Wizard. Yes, sir.
Draco
That's-
Wizard. I almost got it.
that's- Some good breakfast. Cheers me up in the morning.
Yeah, that a nice potion bottle went out. Oh yeah, nice. And Marbania, tell us a little bit about Mr. Quaid.
I am Quaid.
Oh,
the
Quaid.
Quaid,
Recall.
he is from the Shadowfell, and he was actually captured, which I forgot that I got this little piece of information from the DM before this adventure started. He was captured by some like octopus face people, and they crashed a ship here. And of course, none of the other characters know that. Yeah. And he's like been trying to hide. Now the good thing is, being from the Shadowfell, he's like always surrounded in shadows, and he can just kind of blend back into the shadows and stuff. But if this room is full of people eating breakfast, he wants to get the hell out of here. Wherever, it's like he's just completely lost.
He's got slunk down into his chair. He's got his hood up. He nibbles on his food a little. He's hunched over. He's just kind of not taking attention to himself at all, right?
Yeah, trying.
Yeah. Staying out of the bright light. Turns the lantern down when he gets a second. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what's he gonna do today? He just wants to leave. He doesn't care. Let's get the hell out of here. Is his attitude.
Pretty
Hurry up and
much.
eat. Stuffing
I
the bacon
think
in freaking Zazzy's mouth. Eat it.
when last I knew, we were going to head down
South.
around Dugan's Hole up to somewhere. See where?
You
No,
guys are
around
actually
Caer
heading
to
towards
East Haven. East Haven.
Yes.
Caer Dineval is your first trek. It's about 2 hours down there. And Matakiri, tell us a little bit about Grun.
All right, so Grun is a human warlock who was orphaned here in the 10 Towns when he was a teenager. His parents died, and he got taken in by some merchants and picked up some warlock skills along the way. So what he would like to be doing this morning is the whole reason he came out to Caer Konig was to figure out what was going on with those stupid wolf pelts. He's got some information now, and he'd like to send a message back to his people he worked with before, and kind of let them know the situation. Also about these murders that we're supposed to be looking into in the quest. So just kind of report back.
Well, the messaging service isn't due in for a couple more days.
Well, it's not so much that I want to send a letter or something like that, but if there's anybody in town who's affiliated with the same group that I'm affiliated with, that I could pass off some messaging to.
You haven't come across anyone that you suspect yet.
I thought you meant you wanted to send a message. Like, that's what I thought you meant.
I want to send Jimmy Hoffa gonna send a message.
Send a message.
But
Well,
while you
there's
guys
the speaker.
are getting your breakfast down and getting your gear ready, making sure your snowshoes are in order and all that kind of crap. There's people milling about, and some of you pick up a rumor, and there's a nice little 10-town rumor chart that came handy with the module. So we get to push one of the buttons right here and see what rumor you guys learned.
Pushing a button.
Holy crap! So you guys learned that in Dugan's Hole, which let me bring up that map for you guys real quick.
Dugan's Hole, giggity.
Dugan's Hole, yeah, Dugan's Hole. Here is the 10 Towns map. So in Dugan's Hole, which is all the way over here on the other lake called Redwaters, is a town called Dugan's Hole. And in Dugan's Hole, people are living in fear of winter wolves. Hey, that kind of fits your message, right? And they haunt the outskirts of the town. They say they're as big as horses they are and smarter than normal wolves. Yeah. They're as big as a horse they are and smarter than them normal wolves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the rumor you guys get from some traveler. And that's it. That's all you learned. So I guess you guys finish up and you want to head out. You want to take the trek to Caer Konig or Caer Dineval. The quest that you guys have is you received a quest from Hilnan Trollbane, a retired bounty hunter who has been stalking a serial killer ever since she found a connection between 3 murders and a small trading company called Torx. Hilnan hires you to apprehend her suspect and dole out some cold, swift justice by quietly disposing of him if you all believe he's guilty. The quest is no murder mystery. It's a hunt.
Clearly, Rob is Mr. Pink.
Why is that
Mr.
happening?
Pink. So let's do. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get some sounds
Reset the
going.
fate chips.
Reset the fate.
Reset
chips.
the fate chips. I see what you did. You brought in another RPG. I'm following you. Never played Fate.
We'll have to change that. I can see Rob in the Weird West.
Good boss.
Sorry. Sirenscape. What the hell is the? Rime of the Frostmaiden, right? ROFM. Nothing comes up. Crap.
Did you update your sound links?
I'm on the master. Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Here it is. There we go. So it's windly and whistly, and you guys are footsteps in the snow.
I do hear footsteps in the snow.
No,
All right.
I forgot to start my. I don't hear anything because I forgot to start mine.
Well, here, I'll help you out. I'll help you out.
Oh, there we go.
Crunch. Is that better?
Yes. Well,
And,
I can hear it. I don't know if it's better.
Just imagine your overweight sister wearing like spandex and walking.
Why does it
So you
have
guys
to
get
be?
about.
No.
Why does it have to be the sister? Why is it your sister?
No. No.
Oh my god.
Well, you guys didn't really
Oh.
notice in town, but you guys get about a quarter mile outside of town, and you guys hear.
Is that a porpoise?
Just imagine your overweight sister. Jesus.
And you
Oh
look
my
back,
God.
and there's these half-frozen goats that have been following you guys around. I don't know. What did you guys do with those goats?
I collect
Is that-
their
Are they
goat
scared?
turds and use them as slingshots. frozen goat turds.
Frozen goat turds. All right, so you guys are traveling along the shore, basically, of Lake Dinishir, and I'm gonna move your token a little, because about an hour after you guys are traveling, the road kind of dips really close to the shoreline, right? Like you can see the shoreline. It's like right there. It dips way, way down to the shoreline. And out on the shoreline, you guys see like there's, as you're coming up, you see like a little fishing house. There's like a little fence around it that during this warmer months they could keep livestock or something out there, but everything's so frozen. The lake's totally frozen. And out on the lake, not just a few feet off of shore, you can see a couple of fishermen out there. And they they got a hole cut into the ice, and they got a bucket, and they got like a fishing pole. The boats and stuff, they're all like frozen. They're just sitting on the ice, or kind of frozen in the ice in some cases. And when you look out there, you kind of stretch your eyes through the snow and the mist, and you can see these two guys out there. They got a hole cut. They're out there fishing, right? And not far from them, as you guys are kind of walking up, off to your left, you see these guys way out there fishing. And as you guys like are cutting down the road, and you get to a little intersection where there's a little driveway and stuff. I'm talking slow because I'm moving you into a map. And you guys see now that you see let me turn that off.
I already saw
You see
it.
the two
Too late.
fishermen. You see the two fishermen out there that I showed you the image of. But out here, there is another fellow. He's out there. What the hell is this doing there? He's out there fishing too, right? He's got a hole cut into the ice. You can see it from the shoreline, right? And or at least the blades down into the ice, and you could see him. He's like wiggling on the blade, and it's not cutting through the ice, right? He keeps bending, and he's fighting it. You can see him. He's getting all mad. He's like, he's kicking at the thing, and he's pulling on it, and he's got like a big old hammer next to him, and he picks up the hammer and he starts bashing on the ice, right? Psh, psh. And then he drops the hammer and he pulls on the saw blade again, and it's obviously stuck. So he picks up the hammer and he starts banging on the ice, and you guys see the ice like kind of crack around him, like all around him, and he's like right in the middle of the thing as it cracks around him, and he kind of looks like your direction for a brief second, and then he looks down, and the whole piece of ice like tips, and you can see that it's like a foot or more thick. And he's like, whoa, and he goes to one side and he loses his balance and he falls like head first to the left. And when he does, the thing tips back and completely goes 90 degrees into the spot, and you can see he goes zoop right up into the water, splash, holding his hammer still as he goes under the water. And then the piece of ice that was tipped kind of wiggles, and then it closes back. And then you see his saw blade still sticking up out of the ice.
Damn, that's a hell of a way to
Sucks
die.
to be him.
And do we all just stand
And you
there
see
and
the-
watch? We don't try to go run and help him or anything?
Fuck
bad.
no.
You guys are just standing there, and you can make out like a faint on the ice. You can hear it underneath the ice as you suspect he's banging on it with his hammer.
Well, guess we better go help him.
Should we?
And
Seriously.
and just to cut to the chase, I'm gonna do this.
Letting.
We are all rolling great.
During.
Groon is the only double-digit initiative roll.
Well, the pissed off fisher is.
Valid. He doesn't matter though. He's dead.
Yeah, you guys can't really see him anymore.
We can hear him.
Yeah, there's some noises coming.
What are
But,
the other two fishermen doing?
Grun, they're like, and they kind of, like, it's kind of snowy out, and they were like talking to each other, and you can see they look over at well, actually, hold on one second. I don't think who can see. I think everybody can see him, huh? Maybe Grun can't.
I can see him.
I can't see the other people.
Yeah,
That
so
building's
those
in the
that
way.
have line of sight to the two guys are seeing these two, and they kind of they're looking in the hole, and you see them looking. They're talking to each other, right? Because they're moving their head back and forth. You think they're Indian? They're like, and they're
Not a
bobbing their
problem.
head
No
back.
problem.
I
Yeah.
thought Rob would get that. It'd be funny.
Oh,
And,
I didn't hear what.
He's not paying attention to the game. It's
I
cool.
was.
So-
I just didn't hear. You said that they were Indian, and then I heard a bunch of gibberish. Had you said?
I said
No
that they're
problem.
bobbing their head back and forth.
Oh, like yeah. See, yeah, I'm not looking at you guys. I'm
You
looking
think
at
there
the
might be
game. You
Indian.
guys are over there. And I'm looking at the game.
That's poor people
Do it
problems. I
again.
swear.
Do it
You get
again.
a third.
You may remove yourself from my fishing hole.
You may. Yeah. and then they point over towards where the fissure was, and you see them they stand up and they look confused. They're looking around, and a couple, they look back at you for a second, and you guys are looking at them. And Grun, what do you do?
I'm gonna shout to them that he went down into the hole.
He went in the hole. They both look down at their hole. Huh?
Fish should go down the hole.
Fish should go down
Tokens
the
are
hole.
not locked.
Yeah, let's do that.
Fish should go down. Control.
Whenever you turn line of sight on, the map went black for me.
Pick up and drop your token. It's a known issue.
How come every time
Okay,
every time I hear somebody say it's a known issue, I'm like, I didn't know, because I don't follow. I can't stand the update material. It makes me crazy to look at.
Didn't do anything.
Let me drag you back onto the table and see. That help?
I can see myself. Nope. I'll close it and go to the images.
Get yourself selected.
Let me force it on
Where
you.
the hell is images?
You're gonna like it. I'm forcing it in your face.
Is that the language you use? Let me force this on you. You're gonna like it. Is that your
Yeah.
life? That's how you live your life. You might want to look out for the law.
No. Same thing. I see our tokens. Everything's black, and then there's something right there. Oh, now I can see everything.
All right, I turned line of sight off just for you, and it's not that important. So,
Okay.
Grun, what are you doing?
I'm gonna, after yelling at them, I'm gonna run over towards this little pier.
All right, so just to point out that you have snowshoes on, just saying, so you can roleplay appropriately.
Flop, 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 flop.
Yeah, as you go
Flip flop, flip flop, flip flop.
in these snowshoes. And you know that snowshoes are a no-go on the ice. They're slick as shit. It's like it's two sleds strapped to your feet.
You go farther.
Yeah, but it spreads your weight more, so you're less likely to fall through the ice.
And when you go running up to the bridge, right, you stop and you made all this noise and commotion and stuff. And out from under like some blankets and stuff in these two boats over here, you see a dog, a big dog, like a Saint Bernard, but big. He like and snow goes flying all, and he sticks his head up and he's like, and he looks at you and he's like, you see him looking around, he's like, "Brr." And he starts growling, and he gets up and he kind of gets over here on the bank, and he's like cocking his head and he's looking, and he looks at you, and he looks a little confused. So you guys hear, faintly, but you hear more ting 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 ping coming from under the ice. And Dennis, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna stop the old squeaky shoes. Can't take the squeaky shoes anymore.
I'm going to look at these guys and go, I heard that freezing to death is rather peaceful.
I don't think that's good information.
And he'll just start moving this direction.
He's not freezing to death, he's drowning.
Oh, he'll
Man, the
freeze to death
tokens
long
move fast
before he
now.
drowns.
Wow, that was
The tokens are like,
crazy. I've never seen a token go that fast.
Alright, Neo will go ahead and just Bionic Man.
Do we have that sound? I mean, do you have like $6 Million Man running? Like...
Well, he's wearing snowshoes, so it's like...
So you're like...
Guess not.
More like a
Yes.
Rime
On the
Williams.
toolbar.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know. So you go running up, and you get to the ice, and you're like, whoa, whoa. If you try to traverse the ice in snowshoes, you're on hazardous terrain. You need half movement.
Right now, I'm dashed during this move, so I'm at full movement.
Yeah, I know, but you got out on the ice. That's why I'm bringing that up.
So you gotta like take them off.
And popping up out of the other is another dog. Big. I think they're sled dogs, maybe. Sticks his head up, looks around, and starts barking along with his buddy. Ruff, 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 ruff. And he starts kind of moving out onto the ice a little, sniffing and barking. Zazzy.
These are this guy's dogs, I guess. I noticed that when I try to move the map with the yellow thing in the bottom right, it's super slow, but if you use your mouse key, or your mouse, faster. Okay, Zazzy is gonna dash. Well, it's a shame I can't read the distance in there. 50. Yeah, I'm gonna dash to there. I wish that was white instead of purple, so it's hard to read. I don't know if you guys feel the same way.
It's a nice color.
Yeah, it's a little easier on different colors, I think.
So that will be what I do. Yep.
Obsidian.
So can I roll something to know if, in the short time I've been up here, month or two, have I seen these type of dogs and know that they?
Oh yeah, you've been around sled dogs.
Can help out and stuff.
Sled dogs are very obedient to their owners. You know that for a fact. Most of the dogs that you were around that were sled dogs, they were like, don't pet them dogs, they're working dogs. You know, they're not dogs to be petted.
Them working dogs.
Yeah, and don't feed them. I feed them. So you know they're very obedient to their masters, but they usually left you alone unless you got, trying to take food from them or something weird.
Does anybody know what Windows sound is used by the "It's your turn" thing? What the name of that sound is?
It's a dice roller.
It's no longer a Windows sound. It's built into Fantasy Grounds now. In Classic it was, but in Unity he changed it.
Oh, so we have no choice. We have to listen to that sound. John fucking. All right.
How deep is the snow going forward from where I am? Once I've moved, I can see from the tracks and stuff, and the people who've run ahead.
Yeah, the snow's not horribly deep. When do you
so
ask?
It would be safe for me to take my shoes off here. I would be able to move.
No, you're going to be at half movement if you take your snowshoes off in the snow. You'll be at half movement if you wear your snowshoes on the ice. So.
Right. So I move and I center myself. Get a little bit of resistance going.
And let's see. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. Take advantage of that, though. And that was my turn. Obsidian.
Very nice.
Yeah,
so I'll move up again.
First shall be last.
And I'm going to kick out of my shoes. Is that a full action?
Yeah, it's an action to. It's like donning a shield. It's like an action. Or donning, same thing. Taking it on and putting it off. So you give me an acrobatics check. I want to see how well you do snowshoes on this slippery dock. I'd make you roll a strength check, but that would be a silly thing to do. All right, so when you go booking out there and you get like halfway, and you decide that it's a good spot to sit down as you continue to move to the present position that you're at, and you're prone as you start to take off your snowshoes. It's kind of convenient for you. You're like, I meant to do that. You sit up and start taking off your shoes, unbuckling them. But next round you'll start off prone. And Obsidian, you can now hear more clearly the banging under the ice, and it appears to be coming from right out here somewhere. Kind of can sense it, and this dog is kind of looking a little confused at you, like you did something wrong. Mr. Quaid.
Did I lose my turn?
Did we pass you? Oh, sorry. Neo, go ahead.
Sorry. You took my turn away. Okay, so do I see... Yeah, it's fine. Do I hear the noise as well?
You do? Yeah, it does sound like it's somewhere out, out here. Not over here where the ice broke, but like somewhere in this direction.
Over there?
Over that way where my purple arrow is.
Okay. So Neo's going to basically... He has the snowshoes on, so it's kind of like skates. So he's going to basically try to step forward, grab the boat, and use that to push himself forward.
Give me a what's your passive perception?
Hold on. Regular perception is +4. Where is the passive?
Here, I could probably find it.
Be 14 then.
14. So before you move, you look at that boat and you're like, oh, that thing ain't going anywhere. It's kind of frozen in the water. It's like stuck there.
Okay, so I can actually push off on
got icicles hanging to it as it run into the dock.
Nice. So it's
so
stuck.
You'll glance down. Before you moved, you even notice that. And you're like, whoa, do you want to try to move in your snowshoes?
Yes, I'm basically going to grab it and just try to push off, skate out. Because this guy is banging on the ice, trying to see if I see him.
Okay. So you get right there, and you start with your snowshoes clearing out some of the snow under the ice, and you see right below you what looks like a you think it's a squid or an octopus or something under the ice. You don't know what it is. It's like something dark, but there's all these tendrils, and you can hear bang 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 coming from near it. You're like, oh shit, you can't quite make out the whole scene because there's snow and stuff under. So you're like, oh, but you make out part of it currently as you move up. Do you want to take your action to clear off a big square?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to place my hand on the ice, and I will clear off a big square by casting Thunderwave on the ice right under me.
Okay, I just want to point out that you did see that guy fall through the ice. I'm just pointing out the fact.
Yes, I'm taking my bonus action to fly 10 feet into the boat. I'm a storm sorcerer, so as a bonus action, I can fly 10 feet.
If you crack the ice, right?
I'm casting it and flying. So whether I crack it or not, I'm still flying.
At the same time, you got to do thunder wave and go flying back.
The way it's described as the magical energy lifts me into the air. So basically, as I put my hand down, this huge boom happens, and whether it cracks or not, I fly away from it.
What was the kid in X-Men that flew around by screaming? Is that kind of what you're doing?
Sure. More looks like I'm punching the ice and fly backwards.
Sure.
From the big boom.
So this ice is well over a foot thick in this area, so give it some blasting.
Right there. All right. Anything that's in there needs to take a save.
Does that include you, since it's a 15-foot cube and you're only flying 10 feet?
It's no, because it's at the ice down.
Oh, you're casting it under the water. Ooh.
Yes, the ice down.
And you don't know where he's at.
Doesn't matter. That's where I'm doing.
So if he's in the square, he takes the damage too.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and roll damage then. Actually, give me a. What's the save?
DC says 10 half.
What's
But
the
it should be
save?
higher
Is
than
it
10.
con or dex? What is it?
Yeah.
Con. Yeah, con DC 10.
Okay, so and is it half damage if somebody
Yes.
makes it, or no damage?
Half.
So that was 7. So 3 points. All right, so let's see. I want to see one other thing here. All right, so yeah, you blow the snow like as the thunder collapse goes, and you could see a few cracks in the ice, like, but nothing significant. As you fly up and
Land in the
land
boat.
in the boat, and the two dogs go berserk over there. They just start growling and barking, and they get pretty hostile. As you see, well, I don't know how well you can see now. The octopus thing, kind of moves to the left a little, so it's kind of moving in this direction. Come on, draw an arrow. In front of you, you can see the dark shape kind of moving, and the banging sounds like it's moving to the left a little bit too. And when you look to the left, you see the two guys. They got their like fishing poles now dropped down, and you see that they're looking like they're going to start heading over there. And then you look and you see that they have a big hole in the ice over here.
All right, I'll point to the thing coming towards them. Try to motion for it, but that's all the time I got.
He's just like, you point and look. He just say, look, Mr. Quaid.
So Neo starts motion to these guys. I'm gonna dash to there.
So like flip flop, flip flop, flip flop. I don't know how
Yeah,
fast
flip-flop,
you are.
yeah.
That thing's
Yeah.
holy crap. That's super fast. That's a bug or something. They shouldn't be that fast.
It's awesome.
Token's like,
Yeah, that.
everybody's
that was
neck
fast,
gets
wasn't
broke.
it?
You're moving
Complaining
so
that it was too slow. So
yeah, they sped it instead of going like, 2 ticks. He went, fuck you, 10 ticks. There you go. That's how fast you're moving now. Everybody's necks are like, ooh.
You're teleporting.
well, it's supposed to be something like 1/5 per every so many milliseconds of the total distance. So on a huge map or a small map, it's going to take the same amount of time. It's just
Oh, I get you.
So I think it was 40 feet to there. So I'll finish my dash to there.
All right.
And I don't think Dennis would take his snowshoes off yet. He's kind of watching what's going on here. Damn.
all right. Grun is going to come over to here, and then he is going to cast Armor of Agathis on himself.
And you still have your snowshoes on, right?
Yes, I have not removed them. That'll be it.
This sled dog comes slipping and sliding around the corner, and it jumps up on the boat right here, like, and starts snipping at Neo, like, and tries to bite you. And so it like grabs a hold of the oar that's like frozen at on the boat, and grabs a hold, and shakes it and flings it out onto the ice. It's like, rah, 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 and you're like jumping on the other side of the boat, trying to stay away from this big, huge Saint Bernard looking.
Calm down, Cujo. Calm down.
Yeah, sled dog. It's just all up in your face. And the other one joins the fray, except this one jumps up at Obsidian and is snipping and trying to bite as he's taking his snowshoes off. It's like biting and snipping at him, and you were like trying to backpedal away from the other one too that was biting at him, and this one gets pack tactics and grabs a hold of your leg and starts shaking you. And this thing bites hard down on your leg, like crunch. You can hear it in the bone. It's so hard. And he starts pulling on you, like dragging you, and you like reach back and you hold on to the dock as he pulls off your other snowshoe that you were working on and lets go of you and shakes it up a couple of times, and it goes flinging off a little bit. It's like, row, 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 row. Zazzy.
If I have to hear that sound one more time, I'm going to drive to John's house and punch him in the face. I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. Zazzy, now that he's seen...
You could turn it off.
I don't want to turn it off. I just don't want to hear that sound.
I don't hear any sound.
I'd rather have it on.
You want a selection.
Yeah,
Can't turn it off anymore. They fixed that.
Oh, you can't turn it off. Now the rod's really going to drive.
Are you serious?
To
There's not even an option to turn. Oh my god, those people.
I thought if you turn off the
DM
dice.
option.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what they fixed. It used to be tied to the dice sounds. Now they fixed that. So now it's independent of the dice sounds.
Okay, so I am going to
Send him a letter.
I am going to toll the dead, and because of the special type of cleric I am, I get to have 2 targets. Boom.
Well, dog number 5 fails, and dog number 13 succeeds. So
dog number 5 is gonna take it up the dog poop chute.
Yipe! So he yelps as this gong goes off in his head, and he's all slobber goes flying everywhere. Obsidian. This dog is like, I mean, you're kind of up a little bit. Like, I would say you're up like 3 feet off of the ice, right? This platform is, this dock is, and you're prone still, and you've got this dog, and you kind of got it off of your feet, and you pushed it back a little bit. It's a little dazed at the moment, and you got both of your snowshoes off though. So if you're thinking about running over snow, it's probably a bad thing.
So I stand up and sort of drive my fist down into the dock with this explosion of light and heat comes blasting out of me.
Oh, both of them fail.
Ow!
And
Doggone.
one of the sled dogs, yipes, falls over. He kind of curls up in a little, like, cute little ball and coughs blood out and rolls over and dies. Twitches a little.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to take Step of the Wind and disengage.
Is that from the beans? He like Step of the Wind.
Step of the
It's a
Wind.
new
I see
sound
what you did.
effect.
No, I'm
There it
following
goes.
you.
Crop dusting.
When you get out there, there's like an axe and a bucket and like a fishing pole, and you can kind of see where the ice has been all cracked around into a shape, and there's bits and pieces of it missing. So like chunks. You could reach down in there and feel around, but there's nothing big enough that you can get into the ice. But you do see that saw blade is it's leaning a little now, sticking out of the ice, but it's still there. It's wobbling around a little. Quaid.
Quaid looks at these other guys and sees that they're dead set on trying to do something to help, so he reluctantly takes his snowshoes off, cussing the whole time. Son of a bitch. So he sits down right there and starts unstrapping his snowshoes.
You don't have to go prone to do it. So
Okay.
just so you don't.
All right, then he's just unstrapping.
Obsidian
if you're
did
going on a slip and slide.
Yeah, because he
busted his ass.
But it was graceful bust. It was a little graceful. I meant to do that. Run.
Yeah, Marbanya can relate. He took a fall last winter on the ice, if you remember.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, you were a little dazed for a few days too, if I remember correctly. You had to ask your wife, was it 1962?
All right. Well, Grun.
1962. Is that an age joke? Damn.
What year were you born? I just took a shot in the dark.
67.
Okay. Sorry.
So Grun is going to use his bonus action.
Oh, you had to say it like that. Bonus.
Yeah, his bonus action to cast Hex on that sled dog. So he is going to do that. And then for his regular action, he is going to cast Eldritch Blast. And because he has Spell Sniper, he ignores Neo there in the boat.
I feel so ignored.
Yeah, so this dog's like, rah, 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 and it's like jumps up onto the boat, and you like nail it with your Eldritch Blast, and it just kind of blows its throat out, and it splatters all over the ice, like almost instantly freezing into icicles as it
Fuck yeah!
like scatters in the like somebody spilled a cup of iced tea on the ice.
Oh God, the chewing.
That's the ice freezing.
Help with the sound effects. I like that.
Oh, that was the ice freezing. Good one. You're trying to justify that bullshit.
All right, so Neo's gonna go ahead and jump out of the boat and make a dash action.
When you like get up and you step out of the boat and you start running towards the two fishermen over there, you can see their jaws are just open, like, and you see them pointing at the dogs, like they just seem dumbfounded.
They're PETA activists.
Yeah, get rid of these two, then there will be no witnesses.
They look over at Grun that just blasted the one out of the boat, and you come running towards them, and you can see one of them reaches down and looks at you, and he like starts to pick up his fishing pole, like threateningly. He's like, as you come
run
running
over
towards
here
him,
and
he's
be like, I'll remind you, I have snowshoes on, and I just did that. I don't know. And it was trying to intimidate.
Did you
like,
really?
Hey,
roll a acrobatics. Let's see how well your character does that.
Why?
Oh, you do pretty good. So you're like freaking, I don't know, name a famous skater. You're like, you do a little pirouette in the middle, and you slide right up to him.
Kind of like just do like a little triple
slide right up to him.
Cow.
Ta-da! And he's like reaching for his fishing pole or something. You see the other one like fumbling for a knife that's not on his belt anymore. It's like stuck in the ice next to him. He's like,
I'll totally finger gun him and be like mobile.
Finger gun.
And then I'll tell him that there's a guy underneath the ice coming our way. You guys might want to stick some rope down there.
That's Ivan.
He's down the hole. He's down the hole.
His door.
He's down
You
in the
better
hole.
leave him down there. He's going to be pissed off.
That works with me. Let's go.
All right.
I have another
Zazzy.
thunder wave.
Chuck
So
both of
we
these guys in the
think that
hole.
the guy under the
Go with
ice pounding as this octopus is carrying him is going to show up over here.
Yes.
All
He's
right.
headed that direction.
There wasn't a board and you guys have a plan, you know. It's like middle
Right.
of. There's no conversation yet.
All right. I'm going to. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. This is going to be complicated. Okay. I'm gonna.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go.
Should I
on
get
a-
that graph paper?
I'm gonna go on a trajectory
Ooh.
where I go my movement and then slide, hoping to, have it be like past that way, right?
Are you
And
penguin
then-
sliding?
I don't know what
Like
that
on your
is,
belly? Like,
but sure. No.
You
on
like jump
my-
on your
on my
jump on your tummy and you're like.
No, I'm not doing that. Because there's a reason I'm
Aw.
not doing that. So as I'm sliding, trying to go, past that way. And if I stop, that's great. But if I don't know how far I'm going to slide on this ice because you said that before. I am then going to take my rope. Oh my God! Hold on a second. What kind of D&D character doesn't have rope? Okay, I don't have rope.
Chuck your hammer down the hole.
So I am instead going to take my. Tell me I don't have one of those.
does Grun have
What
rope hanging
kind
on the back of his
fucking
backpack?
Bullshit.
Grun has rope.
So
Neither
as
has
you're
rope.
running, you're thinking,
I'm
I
gonna-
don't have
yeah.
rope, but
I'm gonna run.
Grun
I'll
has.
grab his rope on the way by. Then if it's hanging off his belt.
okay.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, as I'm running, as soon as I get his rope, I'm gonna wrap it around my wrist and secure it. And then the intent is as I slide by the hole, I'm gonna throw the other end of the coiled rope into the hole. So now there's a rope in the water, and I've got the other end of it. That's my intent.
All right, so first off, let's see how well you manage this acrobatic stunt of sliding across the ice in snowshoes. Now, of course, you just saw Neo do it, and he did it pretty well.
Yeah.
It looked pretty nice.
And I'm
too.
going
Triple
to-
sow cow.
I'll be mentally prepared that even if I fall on my ass, as long as I'm sliding in that direction, I'm still going to get that rope in the hole if I can.
And that reminds me that both of you, Zazzy and Grun, should have inspiration.
Oh yeah, okay, good.
All right, give me acrobatics roll,
So
please, sir.
now I don't know the mechanics of this in the D&D. Out of character, do I know how many rolls you're going to make me make, or are you going to just tell me as we go and I don't know in advance? The reason
I'm going to have you make an acrobatics roll, and if you succeed on that, I'm going to have you roll to hit.
Okay, so the acrobatics roll is just to keep my footing.
Yeah, the acrobatics roll is
All right,
to
then I'll do
keep
that.
your footing, and
Right.
if you do well on it, you may actually gain some movement from sliding on the ice.
Okay, so I'm
If you
going to
do
do
poorly, you may not.
that. Okay, I'm going to do that with no inspiration.
All right, so no inspiration on your acrobatics that you're not trained in. You're just
No, I'm
lucky,
just
right?
fucking whatever.
Just- yeah, you're just lucky because you rolled a 16 on a
Nice.
DC 10 check. So therefore, you succeeded by 5 or more, which will allow you to gain an additional like few feet. So another 10 feet on the slide.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so you're
give
not,
me
You made it sound like we were gonna fucking slide a mile on the ice or something. That's what you made it sound like. Okay. Good enough.
give me an unarmed attack in the chat.
Okay, for this I am going to.
You got to hit a hole in the ice with a wad of rope.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration for that unarmed attack. So here we go.
And unfurl it as it goes, right? Like
Yeah, I did
Tom
the
Cruise
total
sock
slide.
slide.
13.
Well, a 13, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Your inspiration helped as it goes down into the water. You can see it unfurl and go down into the water. and the two guys are kind of leaning back away from Neo McCloud, and one of them like starts to kind of lose his balance a little bit. And Zazzy, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 16. Sorry, 15.
15. So now there's like a little 1 foot patch of snow that you uncovered because you kind of slid out here and knocked snow everywhere in the ice, and you can see this big octopus thing coming under, and it's about to go underneath you, and you can hear ping ping ping, and there's the fisherman. He's being dragged by his feet by this thing, and he's banging on the ice with the hammer. And they're moving in this direction still.
Okay.
So, and your rope's down into the water too. You're like,
hopefully he can see that.
So the rope is
you kind
ahead
of
of
get the
the
impression that you might catch a big fish coming up. So you're like sinking your feet in as you're wrapping this thing around your arm. You're like, all right, if it goes, I go.
Sweet, I'll start rolling up another character.
Quaid. And then you glance down at that hole and you look at your chubby your little love handles down there. You're like, I'm not sure if those things fit down that hole or not.
All right, so Quaid hollers. Does anyone see him?
I say, yeah.
Okay. Point. Well,
And I'll point.
Where?
I'll point. I'll point there.
He's
Okay.
got a rope around it. He points over there. He's pointing pretty much right in front of him, like right here somewhere.
All right, so Quaid will. Let's see here.
Fascinating scenario.
He's casting fairy fire right there, starting at the ice down.
So
there.
here,
Like there.
so those are the squares actually, like that.
Yeah, that'll work.
What's this?
Any creature in there fails a dex save.
Ooh.
Yeah, I failed.
So any creatures in there are now glowing in a violet light.
So the
like,
octopus
they're
is
radiating.
glowing now. Nice.
And the other dude should be too.
He wasn't in the area.
Oh, he wasn't in that area?
You missed him.
Okay. All right. That's me.
Oh, hold on. I was looking at your sheet.
Oh,
Let me see.
sorry.
I want to borrow your fairy fire. Where's it at? Fairy fire.
Should be spells level 1.
There it is. Putting that effect on him. Boop. Okay. And who's next? Obsidian? Second in the round?
So I'm going to grab the saw and just throw it on the ice so it doesn't fall in.
It's pretty loose now. Yeah, you shouldn't have a... Give me a strength check. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. You like pull it out and throw it on. I know you're straight. You're the pack mule. That was so funny.
The other people aren't carrying squat.
Did you see the clip I made? It?
Yeah.
So funny.
He was a little angry. That was good times.
The ice, can we see through the ice at all?
Yeah, a little bit, like shapes underneath. It's pretty thick though, and there's snow building up in places. So if you like polish up the ice, you can see better through
No
it.
worries
If you
that
get.
he fell through. That's all wet and everything else.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, you could see maybe through the very center of the cracked area. But it's all jagged around the edges, and you can't really see through it.
So I'm gonna say, let's head toward the fisherman. Everybody who has a friend who is still alive, raise your hand. Not so fast, you two.
You lost me. I'm confused.
I got a friend alive.
Is this a Woody thing? A song? I got a friend
What
in
is
me.
happening?
You got a friend, and it's good
I'm just
to
gonna
know.
move over there. See, I'm not sure what else I can do, but everybody else seems to be focused on this hole, so fisherman's not there anymore.
All right, give me an acrobatics check. Let's see how well you're moving on this. You don't have the little spikes on your boots, do you? What, the crampons?
I do have
What
crampons.
the hell we call them?
He put on ice
You-
skates, didn't you hear?
Yes, I have crampons.
You have
Yeah,
crampons
Ice
on when you're wearing your snowshoes? I suppose you could, right? I don't. Probably make
I
it.
believe so.
Make it nice, wouldn't it?
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
So you have no problems then being like a super fly and getting over there. Bang, bang, bang under the ice. Neo.
Okay, do I see the big glowing octopus?
You
Like in
can
the hole.
see there's something under the ice, and you point at it.
Where is this thing that I'm pointing at?
It's out here where the big glowy square is. There's a big glowy square with a squiggly thing in it.
All right.
Yeah, you can't make it out clearly from where you're at. You'd have to move some snow out of the way and polish up the ice real quick. Oh,
I got
can
something
see
that'll take care of that.
Now, you might stick your head under the water. You can maybe see then.
I will go right there.
Oh,
And
wait,
let's
I got too
polish
many-
the ice. Clear the ice.
Uh-oh.
Bye. Oh, I didn't resize it. Okay.
Oh, it's so
Okay.
small. You didn't play with it long enough. before
No,
you
I
pulled it
didn't.
out.
That's
set the
what my
size.
prom date said.
There you go. I don't know what you're doing, but that looks a little bigger. Thunderwave again?
Yep. Right there, starting at the ice. Going down, trying to hit... Basically, I'm trying to hit the water, so that way the water splashes back up and hits the ice. And as a bonus action, I will fly backwards. Over here.
All right, roll me some damage in the... Holy crap.
Boom!
And what's
Like,
the...
I'll straight on like One Punch Man, just
save?
hit the ice. Fly backwards.
Ooh.
Are you sure it's a DC 10 save? You sure it's not?
I'll
calculating
bet,
right?
I'll bet you that's just not updated on your sheet. You got to go in and click it and open it, and
I did click it. It's set to group DC.
your group TC's
Yeah,
wrong,
but
then.
did you your spells header make sure that it has your right stat?
It does not.
Sorcery.
That's
Yeah,
why.
because 10 is not a thing.
12. 13,
10,
12,
10
11,
is
10,
not
9,
a thing.
9, 8.
10 is not a thing.
Okay, so
baby.
DC 12.
10 is a non-caster's DC.
Well,
Yeah.
I rolled a 1, so...
DC 12.
I
Yeah,
would've
well,
failed
1 is a
anyways,
failure.
so- Yeah, 1 is a failure, so... You see the
One is a
wiggly
failure.
thing, it doesn't wiggle as much anymore.
That's because it's a bitch.
Does it crack the ice?
Well, you cast it under the ice, didn't you?
I hit the ice and then 10 foot below the ice. This is a 15 foot.
Yeah, it cracks the ice. So you can see you can see a big crack come out of the ice, like over here where the hole is like.
Release the
All right.
crack in the ice.
Nice.
That's right. You heard me.
Okay, so
And you fly
thumbs to the
back.
ice.
You do a little
Little
flip.
finger guns.
I'm looking at
And,
this hole, and I'm looking at this crack, and then I'm looking at Neo like, bye-bye, everybody.
So, Zazzy's got this rope right wrapped around his arm, and you see it just finishes like falling through the hole, and then you thunder waved, and everything's like kind of like underneath, and the ice cracks, and you go flying back, and then you see Zazzy's arm go, and gets pulled straight, and he's like, uh-oh, and he starts feeling it tugging on his, and you can see this thing like flailing out of the hole now, the whatever, the squiggly, it's glowing, it's like glowing now because it's got fairy fire cast on it, and it looks like more ropes come flying out, and they're grabbing a hold of his rope and tugging and pulling, and you could see it like grabbing at the fishermen that are like standing there, and they're like holding their fishing poles, and these ropes are like grabbing around at their ankles. And let me see. Uh, one, two.
I gotta update Unity lock tokens, spell tokens.
So one of the ropes reaches out and oh. And like the guy's like hopping trying to get away, but it grabs a hold of his foot and starts dragging him in towards the hole. And in his like sealskin snow outfit, all puffed up and everything, it doesn't quite look like he's gonna fit in that hole. As his leg kind of drops into the hole, and you see the rope starting to grab a hold of him and entangle around him. Grun.
All right. Can I see, like, target those ropes? Those things coming out of the...
Target him
water?
with a spell or what?
Yes, with a spell.
Range or a save?
I'm going to bonus action move my hex onto them, and then I'm going to action Eldritch Blast them.
Yeah,
Now, are they glowing?
they are.
I'll hex you for that one.
And Eldritch Blast is a range?
Hex, yeah, well, yes, Eldritch Blast has a range of 240. Hex has
But
a
it's
range of 90.
No, I mean, it's a ranged attack, or is it a save?
Yes, it's a ranged
It's a
attack.
range. You'll have -2 to hit the ropes, because there's people over there.
Yeah, but I have Spell
Spell
Sniper.
sniper.
Well, shut up then.
Pew, pew, pew.
This is the universal sign for spell sniper right here. Blocked by
Shoot,
armor. Oh,
Yeah.
17.
Damn.
Holy shit.
And that was with advantage. All right, well.
Damn.
All right.
Zazzy.
Zazzy, as the rope holder, is going to try to do some spell action on these ropes, and his spell action will be.
Before you do that,
Yes.
give me a
yes.
what's your passive perception?
It's still 15.
It's still a 15. Give me a are you trained in Arcana?
Sorry, that's my passive aggressive perception. See what I did there? Am I trained in Arcana?
Yeah.
I am not.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. back to my actions. I'm going to do the toll.
It
and
fails.
He takes rope damage of this amount.
Oh yeah.
Dole.
Less of the ropes are wiggling now.
And then I will try to move back as to both pull the rope in case anything happens with that, and also move away. Both, kind of a double purpose there.
You cannot move.
I try to move and then I don't.
Yeah, you're like, you're like, uh-oh,
Okay.
I might need to use an action to pull, drag to.
Okay, then
to
you
drag
can
this
just
thing.
unapprove my, and then that's it. The end.
No.
And
The ropes say.
some of the
"No,
other
no,
ropes, some of the other ropes come up and go.
no." Yeah. No. Shame. Obsidian.
So Obsidian is going to move up and focus for a moment and then reach out and touch Zazie and give him a little bit of resistance. So if you need to make a saving throw of any kind, you get to roll 1d4 and add it to you.
Nice.
To that.
Appreciate it, bro. That's D&D
Resistance.
bro.
And then seeing Grun in the way, I'm going to move over here.
I'm not in the way of anything.
I'm in your way.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, because he just shot right over your shoulder, like.
I won't make
Exactly.
you
It's
here,
why
I
I'm getting
promise.
out of the way.
That shows you
Case-
how much he trusts you. He's
case
like,
he
I'm
rolls
getting
a
out of your
one.
way just in case. You never know. There is a critical hit and fumble chart. There is.
There is.
Mr. Quaid.
So
you got your snowshoes off. You're like,
yeah, I got my snowshoes off. I'm bitching the whole time. Cast some fairy fire out there. I don't know what the hell's going on. So I'm just gonna make my way out here, and then I see a big crack in the ice, and I'm like, "What's going on? We're all gonna fucking die."
What's going on? We're all gonna fucking die.
Grab Zazie, pull him back.
and you can hear more clearly now since there's like a big crack in the ice, and you can see the ice cracking even more, like coming from this pissed off fisherman under the ice that's banging on it with a hammer. He's like, and you see it.
He's
It's
back
spidering
there
a little
okay.
bit.
Okay, so
And
the rope is dangling there.
he's getting drugged and he's banging on it. You see his face is like smushed up. He's like, "Oop!" He's screaming through a crack. "Oop!" But it's more like,
okay, so the creature you can see within range. So chromatic orb, can I cast that through the ice at that thing? Do we even see the?
You see the rope sticking out of the hole.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a bunch of ropes. coming
yeah,
out
but
of
I
the
ain't going
hole.
out to. He's gone as far as he's going. He ain't going out there by that fucking crack. That's it.
Did you say butt fucking crack?
The guy next to
by
you is
the
like,
oh my
No,
this guy he backs up all the way off the ice, and the other guy's getting drug in. You see his foot's like in. He's got his other foot across the hole. He's like, and he's fumbling trying to get these ropes off of his leg. He's like, he's reaching for the knife that he was looking at earlier. He's Neo.
Here we
Kamehameha.
go. Kaboom!
What's that?
And yes, Thunderwave.
Thunderwave again?
Yep. Cracking that ice. Kamehameha.
All right, give me some damage in the. All right, so we've got some more cracks.
I didn't know
Trying to
until
bust
now
it
that
open.
Kamehameha means Kamehameha means strongest attack in Dragon Ball Z language. I did not know that. Wondered why you were saying it.
And
That's my strongest attack.
let me borrow your sheet again before you. This one on that guy. 7. All right, so the ropes kind of go limp, and you can see that that they're slowly like sinking into the hole. The ropes are like they're no longer animated or anything.
Oh, he's dead.
Zazzy.
Do we have time to grab him?
You're not sure. It's. You think you look over and you're like, oh look, Zazzy's actually got a turn right now, so he might have time.
So I sense that the ropes are lifeless, meaning that this octopus is
it's no
probably
longer
dead, right?
Yeah, you're no longer taunt either. You know that you
Right.
can easily pull your rope.
Okay.
It's kind of some of the rope pulls. It's like hooked, kind of. Your ropes are kind of caught a little bit, tangled, but not seriously now.
All right. I'm gonna make the assumption. I'm gonna tell a little story here about what I think's gonna happen, and then we'll see how much of it comes true. So I'm gonna assume, since the rope is dead, that the fisherman will be able to get to this hole at least. So I'm going to just move over slightly and try to push all the dead monster down into the hole and like sink it, so that the fisherman can get to the hole. So that's going to be what I use my turn to do.
And like get your rope free too of the mass of the.
Yeah, like
I'll pull it out too at the same time. Like
yeah, since it's loose, I'll just like bull whip it out of the hole and just onto the ice behind. You know, like maybe so it lands all kind of sprawled out, like right there or something, just over my shoulder.
Let's see. Yeah, do the old acrobatics, like cowboy yeehaw, cowboy whip.
Okay, I'll say yippee-ki-yay as I do it. Maybe that'll help.
Crack that whip.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Acrobatics is this.
All right, so you don't have much trouble stuffing the rest of the rope down into the hole, but when you pull out and you go to whip the rope, it's a little too long, and half of it just kind of goes flop, and the rest of it just kind of lands in front of you. Okay. So you got almost all the rope out, but it wasn't so spectacular.
Okay, and then
big floppy rope.
Since I have no more actions, I will then I'll go here, away from cracks, and try to get out of the way of other rescuer type people.
Like wrapping your rope around your arm, coiling it up as you go.
Yeah, just kind of pulling it so that people don't trip over it and shit.
Yeah,
like
so no problem. You pretty much used your action to recover your rope, so
okay,
that's cool.
So now hopefully the hole's clear and that fisherman can go.
Yeah,
point of order, Grun's rope.
Yes.
So
the point of order, it's mine now. No, I'm just kidding.
The banging starts causing more cracks. As you can see, he's still like struggling a little under the ice, but you can see his shadowy figure. Oops, pushed the right button. Let me. So the rope kind of continues to move, and you can see that he's trailing behind it, and he's kicking his feet as he goes. So something like that. But I'm gonna move the rope out from underneath the circle, but that's where it's at. It's actually right there, and you can see like the water splashing from him struggling and kicking, and the fisherman's right there, and he looks in the hole, and he looks up and he goes, I see you. You can hear him in his like, because he's got this, mask and stuff on. He's like, I see his feet, I see his feet, and he's pointing.
Grab him! Grab him!
Run!
Grunt's gonna stay right where he is and just take the dodge action.
He's like, all right, if a snowball comes this way, I'm gonna be ready for it. We'll take the rope off just so we don't have to deal with it. Neo.
All right. I guess Neo will. I guess Neo will go ahead and step up.
Yeah, the fisherman's like floundering around trying to turn over. He was almost sucked into the hole, so he's like panicky and he kind of slides back and he's like, I see his feet, I see his feet. So you just kind of slide over to the hole. Are you gonna like drop prone?
Yeah, I'm gonna basically drop prone and reach my arm in and try to grab him. That way my weight is displaced.
Well, you can
across
see
the ice.
that this mass of ropes and it looks like dock ropes and stuff. You can see like a whole bunch of old ropes, and they're all wrapped into a ball. But intertwined in the middle of the rope, you can see another rope that doesn't look as old, and then you can see all this mass is tangled around his feet, and he's kicking. He's trying to get his feet loose, and you can see him coming loose because the ropes are. But he's having a hard time, and you reach and you just start pulling on the ropes, and you grab a hold of, or you attempt to grab a hold of one of his feet. Give me an unarmed strike. Let's see if you can hit this floating debris under the water. And you.
That's
Why
right.
did you have disadvantage?
Because I'm prone.
Because he said he was prone.
Oh, so what was your first? A 16. Nice. Yeah. So you grab a hold of his feet, and you can get a hold of him.
Start yanking him up.
Yeah. Well, you kind of just got a hold of him currently now. You're like, you're trying to get the ropes untangled, and you got a hold of his foot.
I'm gonna tell the fisherman that's standing right next to me, I got him. Help! Pull!
Yeah,
pull him up.
he starts floundering around, and he starts pulling some of the untangling to help you untangling some of the ropes, and he kind of helps you pull on his leg a little. Obsidian.
We're pulling his leg.
So I'm going to go up and touch Neo. Give him a little bit of resistance love.
Oh yeah, a little left.
And then kind of move on towards the shoreline where the ice looks a little more cracked.
And then get out of the way, I guess.
Yeah, you guys can start to see like more and more like cracks forming in the ice, like because of all your weight and stuff standing on it.
That's why I'm laying down prone.
Mr.
Neo needs
Quaid.
to go on a diet.
All right, so Quaid steps in between Jazzy, grabs a hold of Jazzy, reaches up like lock wrists with him. Hopefully he does so. And reaches down and grabs Neo Toral.
Okay, I stick my foot up.
By the pant leg. And
so Quaid is like, do the chain, get a chain, let's pull him out. Like hook hands. And yeah, Zazzy's got it. He just chops his rope onto the shoreline because he's got it all wrapped up now. And does Zazzy start to like reach to help do the chain kind of thing?
Yep.
All right, so without further ado, you guys successfully saved the pissed off fisherman. So we'll chalk that up as a victory for you guys.
And
Nobody
his
tell
saw.
him we killed his dogs.
Hurry,
Yeah,
he's sweep the dogs into the ice.
As you guys pull him out, he's already kind of starting to go a little bit into hypothermia, because this water is cold. Now he
I'll
was
create
only under the
bonfire right
water
there.
for 30 seconds, but Dennis Quaid
shelter.
starts to build a nice bonfire right on the ice, so everyone else
Take him
flees the
inside.
area rapidly.
No, I
Exit
said
the
right
area
there.
rapidly.
Oh,
Yep.
and let me turn the token lock off so you guys can move your characters around. And I'm going to take you out of initiative, and I'm actually going to push you a short rest as you guys gather up the fishermen and everything, get off to the shoreline, and start warming him up because he is popsicle. Actually, there's a little fire pit over here. That's probably a good spot, but
Yeah.
with
Isn't there a
that,
building right there?
there is, but you don't know who lives there, and I mean, we're talking like the next, 30 seconds is what you guys do. After that, we'll pick up after that when we come back from break.
Break time.
Sounds good.
10 minutes.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And
Hey,
I'm
Bryce.
gonna take you guys out of initiative.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a break for 10 minutes. I
All
shall
right,
endeavor
so 10
to
minutes. We'll be back.
put on the clock for you guys on the screen so you'll know just how much is left in the break. And I shall start my... Join us tomorrow for Rifts, the Tomorrow Legion Player's Guide on the show. We're going to be talking about the Savage Worlds. Come and do it. Come and watch. Also, Tuesday, join us for 5e pickup games. You can come and play a couple of hours of combat D&D 5e with Robin DMing that. And then Wednesdays, Robin and I have the Round Robin show. Friday, you can see Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That is with Joe Numbers. Actually, this Friday, the 23rd, no show. So the 30th is the next time for that. And then I'm going to change this slide right now. Next week, the 24th.
Fuck yeah.
Of course, be playing. That's Bob doing that. Bob and I have some of the same similar sounds, but that was him, not me. So let me change the slide. Let's change the slide of the Saturday game. The Saturday game is Icewind Dale, so let me go grab that. I'll change. This is episode 5 we're playing right now. Save as. That's the YouTube slide that I just did, so you guys won't see that until I post it on YouTube. But the game slide, the Twitch slide, I will then effect a change on as well. Yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Yes, oh yes. Draco Wizard is still alive. Twitch, Icewind Dale. So next week, 17 plus 7 is 24. That's right. That's how you do it. Just add 7. I like it at the end of the month when I add 7 and it goes past 30 or 31, or in February's case, 28. And then I say, oh, it's April 39th, which would never happen because the most it would be was April 30th or 37th because April only has 30 days. Anyways, you guys know what I'm saying. I always do that joke. But in this case, it's no joke because the 24th is a real thing. All right, so let's close that. Boom. So now when the slide comes up on screen, you shall see the correct information for next Saturday, which actually is the second slide from this one. So from this one, here's the first slide. And from that one, the second slide is this one, October 24th. Boom, just like that. That's how you do it. All right, I've got nearly 7 minutes to get a snack. So I'm going to do it. Fuck yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck yeah.
Fuck that.
Fuck you.
That's Diablo Bob doing all those. Fuck that. I gotta eat my snack that I chose was a Hostess Zinger. You have to say the G that way, Zinger. You can't say Zinger like a normal person. Say it like a psycho.
God fucking damn it!
Dirty 20, suck it. What's up, Gwydion? What are we looking at for time here? 2 minutes? Okay. Hey, Bryce, it is the best snack. The Zinger. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill him. I will kill you, sir.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Do I sound like a baby?
Not like any baby I've ever talked to.
I don't like man to woman either. I don't think it sounds like a woman. Kinda.
More like a, well, if you
Pretty
were
damn close.
transitioning.
Game over.
It was like the fair.
Genius. I am a genius.
Drop huff and helium again.
Right. Oh, it's time. It's time. Holy shit. dropping off. It's time, everybody. Mimic thumbs up. I like that. I like that emoji, Bryce. Yeah, that did sound like Jigsaw, didn't it? That actor Tobin Bell. I like that guy.
All right, so excellent job, guys. What'd you think of that encounter?
I loved it.
Yeah, I wasn't part of the dealy dude, but I found this map and I'm like, we got to have an ice encounter, right? Some kind of ice encounter. And so you guys rescued the poor fisherman. You killed a couple of his dogs, but he is extremely thankful.
Cheerbits.
I mean,
Cheerbits in the
he's
stream.
like,
Thanks for
his
the
teeth are chattering.
cheerbits.
He's like, I just want to thank you so much for what you did for me. I can never repay you guys. But I do have some rations. And he gives you,
Sherbits.
take these. He gives you
Thank you, Gwydion.
10 rations that he's
Sherbits,
stocked
Spitboss.
up on. And he
Sherbits.
says,
Thank you, sir.
I've had this for a while, and I want you to have it. It's gonna do you more than it's gonna help me, and I just want you guys to take this random roll from table B item and have it nicely as please take this oil of slipperiness.
I could have used that earlier.
And
What were you saving that for, sir?
he's like, it says KY on the side of it, and
but now that my dogs are dead,
I was down to 2 dogs. The other ones ran off. Let me put that in the player's sheet.
There's some goats off in the back there.
I'll let them know we
Yeah.
saved his saw too.
Idea.
What's wrong,
An idea.
Benya?
So the oil of slipperiness acts as the it's black, ungent, and is thick and heavy in the container. It can cover a medium or small creature along the equipment it's wearing and carrying. Would have been handy against the guy that fell in the water, right? Then this rope of entanglement that was under the ice that you guys destroyed can no longer randomly grapple people. It was acting up a little, but you guys could have maybe tried to repair it, but it is beyond that now.
Yeah.
Yep, and you got a short rest if Obsidian, if you wanted to use a hit die, you could. Or 2.
Are you gonna actually push a short rest?
I did before we took a break, didn't I?
I don't see
Don't
it.
think so. They didn't
Slacker.
recover my spell slots.
We probably should do that then. Let's do that. Menu, rest, short rest.
Short rest.
Perfect. Short rest.
You mean pack
And,
magic comes back after a short rest?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I get all my spells back every short rest.
That's why Swordlock is so powerful.
He only has 2 spells.
It's also why a paladin warlock is nice, because you can burn your packed magic slots for your smite, divine smite.
Yeah. Padlock. And it's max level, so it's always high.
All right, so you guys gather up your gear, get your rations. Who's hauling all that stuff? Remember, you need to haul your own
Obsidian.
your own
Back meal?
stuff. Everybody
Carry
gives it to
squat.
Obsidian, and he's like,
Hey, can you carry this for me?
A couple of sled dogs might be nice.
Oh, well. See what had happened.
But the only thing that we have to carry is 6 rations and an oil of slipperiness.
I took 2
I
rations
took
already.
2 rations. It's 2
This
each.
is the only thing you guys have to carry. But they do need to be taken out of the party sheet or they get deleted.
The oil
There,
of
I took 2
slippers weighs
rations.
a half a pound. Somebody should take it.
I got it. Use some of that with the Charade Sisters.
Now, keep in mind, if you guys get to town and you want to sell any of that stuff, you could put it back on the party sheet and it gets dispersed evenly. Unless you make Sven carry it all, then he's going to take his cut. It's just fair and square.
Nobody else carried
100% cut.
I didn't last time. I should going forward though.
100% or 50%.
So you guys keep trudging through the snow, and the wind's blowing, and you guys start to see up on this big hill, right through the snow blasting and stuff. You see what looks like a keep, or in the northern part up here, they call them cars, C-A-R or C-A-E-R, Care Deval, Care Koenig means castle or keep, and you see, unlike Care Koenig where you just came from, that one was destroyed and in ruins. On the top of this one, it appears to be somewhat intact. As you guys start to make your way onto the outskirts of Care Deval, and I'm going to move your tokens on the map over to Care Deval and close that one, and push you the Care Deval map. And let me should have grabbed that token, but give me a token.
Care Anthrax.
Oh. Can I double click now? Yeah.
It's too perilous.
Alright, and oops.
So if they're on the top of a peak hill thing, how do they have a dock?
Where's there a dock?
There's docks on this map with boats.
Yeah, but that's the keep right there. Way up on the hill.
Okay. Okay, I see. I thought this was like
Let's
the
see.
entire thing was on top. Never mind. I
So,
guess I'm stupid.
in generations past, travelers to Care Deneval had to follow the rocky shore of Lake Denishar, or Lac Denishar, until after several hours they spied a small fortress, the Care, for which the town is named, jutting up from the prominence where it overlooks the lake. A ferry out of East Haven made the arduous trek unnecessary for merchants and other travelers, but the ferry was discontinued over 2 months ago, cutting off Care Deval and its eastward neighbor, Care Koenig, from the rest of 10 towns, except by overland route. When you guys come in and you start seeing like the town residents and stuff, you get the impression that they are pretty furious that the ferry service had to be stopped, and it's mainly because now Care Deval does no longer gets deliveries from Goodmead, and the taverns have run dry. So, welcome to
upheaval.
a dry county, boys. There ain't no drinking in this
Yes,
here
it's
town,
dry
'cause
county,
we
boys.
out. And if that wasn't bad enough, the harbor has completely frozen over. Right? So let's see if we have an image. Yeah, so here's an image that you guys see as you kind of come into town. So the lower portion, you guys come in on like a crossroad down here at the lower portion, and you look up the hill. It's a pretty steep hill, which is this way, and you see the keep up top there. And as you look up the hill, you can see this building, the uphill climb. Some of you might have been here. Which character have been here before? Anybody? Definitely Grun, yeah.
Nope.
Because he had to come through here. Most of you might have been through here. And if you
Yeah,
had,
Susan's
you've
been through here.
heard of the uphill climb, you might have visited it before, but that's the building about halfway up the hill is what you would call the tavern in town, and it supposedly has a spectacular view, and that's probably what you guys know. So what are you gonna do?
To the tavern.
Head up to the tavern? It's about 9 in the morning now that you guys got over here. So it's still somewhat early, but most of the town is awake and going about their business. Care Duval, in a nutshell, is a big population of 100 people, so it's not huge. And you their heraldry flag is a crenellated stone watchtower. I thought, why wouldn't they pin the image here? Hey, who did that? Where's the image? Huh. Too lame. Have to go somewhere else to find the image.
It's not right either in the reference manual.
Well, WotC might not have allowed WotC to use it.
It's here, but it's in the artwork area.
I see what you did. Made a slam on the company
Here?
because of their tactics that they like to employ.
Oh, here it is. So it is it's a tower with a fish under it. It's a tower with a fish under it. Yeah. So it's a crenellated stone watchtower with 3 merlons and 2 crenellations. So what do you know? That's what those things are called, those pokey things on the top. And it's on a dark blue field with a horizontal redfish facing right beneath the tower. And it represents the town's vigilance, harbor, and proud fishing tradition. And the uphill climb, there's a snow-covered path that leads out of town, and then there's a snow. This is mostly downhill as you guys go out down towards the harbor, and then this road leads on the east way, which heads towards East Haven. And from here, East Haven's probably about 9 hours. So, and then you make your way up into the uphill climb, and this tavern is situated northwest of the Care, where it offers a spectacular view of the lake and frozen docks. The climb serves hot chowder, but is all out of beer and spirits, which explains why the locals don't frequent the place as much as they used to. The proprietor, a middle-aged named Rourke, he's a human. He says, I blame the cursed winter and the closing of the East Haven ferry for my business woes. He looks like this. Yeah. Matter of fact, he's out on the front of the porch, and he's cleaning snow off as you approach, and so it's snowing out there because I just love the snow effect. It's so cool.
It is cool.
He says, well, come in, travelers. Welcome to the uphill climb. He kind of helps you in the door and helps you gather up your snowshoes and clean some of the snow off as you guys come in. He says, I'm sorry, we're fresh out of spirits and beer, but we've got a nice fresh pot of hot chowder to warm up your bones if you want to come in. Unfortunately, we're all out of of beds.
You're out of beds.
As you guys go in, there is no map included for this uphill climb map.
That's a shame.
And that's a shame, yeah. But
Now, we've only traveled 2 hours so far, and it's 9 hours to go. Would we stop here for the night?
Yeah, because they're having wolf problems.
Oh, okay.
no, that wasn't this town. That was
East Haven, wasn't it?
I thought,
Dugan's Hole. Dugan's
Dugan's
Hole.
Hole.
We
Oh,
also took a short rest.
Yeah, it's taking you 3 hours to get here.
It's lunchtime.
It's like Gilligan's Isle.
yeah. Basically, stop in, have
it's-
some chowder, get back on the road.
Yeah, it's probably you probably left around 7, so it's probably like 10 or something like that.
Eat some hot chowder, warm up, find out if they know anything about the murders at the wolves, and then get back on the road.
Who lives in the big keep?
He says, if you wanted to stay the evening and stuff, I recommend that you go up to the keep. He says that's where the speaker lives. His name is Kranich Sivir, and he has his attendants and stuff up there.
So am I correct that the ferry had to stop because of the frozen water?
Yeah, it's that's why it's so slow here, and we can't get any spirits because
Why don't you make a sled and go across the ice with your axe beaks and your wolves, your dogs?
well, there is a traveling merchant that does that, but she don't get a whole lot of business out this way, so it's not worth her while sometimes to come out here,
What about the dwarven mead from Kerkonig?
They've got mead? Oh.
Pretty tasty.
He looks around. Maybe I should make a trek and see if they'll sell me some mead.
Probably a good idea. So, other than alcohol, what else ails this town?
He says, well, there's something going on up there, as he kind of nods and points his head up the hill.
Okay, so Neo
But he
will go ahead
shrugs
and
his
hop
shoulders.
on.
I'm just a tavern keep. I
Yeah,
mind
you're
my own business.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. So, like most tavern keeps, you know more than anybody what's going on around here. So, what's the rumor that's going on up the hill?
Well, the rumor is that the speaker is sick. We haven't seen him much lately.
Like
But
ill or sick in the
there's-
head?
There's weird stuff going on. I can feel it in my bones.
We're used to weird stuff.
Weirder the better.
Bah. Sorry. Alright, so after we have some chowder, I guess we should go ahead and grab a hold of this story hook, or quest hook, and run up the hill and pound on the big gate.
Why are we stopping here? I thought our goal was to carry on.
I agree.
Alright, if you guys want to go, then let's go ahead and keep going.
Yep, East Haven.
I will give you guys one roll on the rumor table, though. Huh? Why not? Right? You went into a tavern, and let's see what what Rourke has that are rumors that are not Kerkonek related, or it could be, depends on what I roll. He says, "Oh, what a lucky roll." He says, "Well, here in Kerr Deval, no one has seen the town speaker for a long time. Most of the locals say the speaker Kronek has fallen ill, but a lot of people have seen some sinister figures going in and coming out of that castle late at night, all kinds of odd hours."
Do you think it would have anything to do with the murders in East Haven?
Doubt it, but you never know.
If the speaker dies, does he have a son who will then become speaker?
No,
Or
the
someone
speakers
else.
are elected by the locals. They're not kings and royalty.
You got text you can push on that Drake that I can drag over here to my rumors and other pulp? Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Does he have a daughter?
I have a daughter.
Sinister figures.
So you guys do you guys get a bowl of hot stew and go down the hill, or do you guys get a bowl of hot stew and go
Chowder.
up the hill? Chowder. It's fish chowder.
Chowder.
From the lake. It's fresh knucklehead trout chowder.
What do you guys think? Move on? First day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Down
Both.
down the hill.
One of those.
Down the hill. Away we go. Yeah, well, good luck with your
yeah, we'll be back.
your speaker.
It's like,
We'll be back through at some
if you're
point.
back this way, I might not have rooms available for you then either.
Well, if we happen to have a bunch
Dwarven
of spirits, ale, dwarven ale,
Mead.
and spirits and stuff, yeah, I mean, let's say we come back and stocked you up. What'd that be worth to you?
He's like, I'll give you double what it's worth.
All right, then.
Good to know.
What was that spell that makes the items appear twice as expensive as they really are?
You got it.
He is a bartender. He probably knows the going rate of booze. I mean, just saying.
But this is
Be a
really
tough
good
one.
quality.
Yeah, this is extra stout, private stock.
Yeah,
good
just
mead
wait till
mead.
you taste this.
Prestidigitation. Okay,
So you guys,
onward we go.
I can cast that.
you guys continue making your way towards East Haven, like around the north end of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so let's say you guys, it's 9 hours, so it's going to be, I want to say after dark before you arrive at East Haven, but it's anything after like 3 in the afternoon is after dark anyway. So
I was gonna say it's always after dark.
Yeah.
yeah, but you're gonna arrive into a town, and it's evening time. You know what I mean? It's dinner time, anyways. And let's see if you guys have a random encounter on the way to East Haven. No, I don't want all those dice. Just this one. And you don't. So you arrive in East Haven later that evening. So it is about 7 in the evening. Let's call it 6 in the evening. As I pass the clock along and get a script execution error string advance 6 p.m. Attempt to compare number with nil. I don't know. Something's hiccupy with the calendar one in Unity, but it's still functioning. So
Not
walking
mine.
into East Haven is like stepping into Icewind Dale's past. The place is a living example of a boomtown way of life that gripped all of 10 towns centuries ago. In the generations since, as the towns have settled into a predictable pattern of existence, East Haven has continued to grow and reinvent itself. After the East Way, that's the road that runs from Bryn Shander down to East Haven. After the East Way was paved, which you guys had to travel on for, that's why you made such good time because you're on a paved road. After it was paved, East Haven evolved into a frontier trader's paradise, fueling the jealousy of its neighbors. East Haven's founders were from the Duchy of Cape Velen on the peninsula far to the south.
Where's Cape Velen?
It's a Duchy of Cape Velen on a peninsula far to the south. And to this day, East Haven honors its founders by declaring pickpocketing legal within the town. I think Grun, you would have heard of the Duchy of Cape Velen as a thieves guild.
All right.
I steal
So
Zazzy's
yeah,
gold.
when you guys come in, there's a couple of like signs posted here and there. You kind of gotta knock the snow off of them and wipe them down to see what they say. And you see a couple of them. They say, "Watch thy pouch." And as you knock another one off, you guys, it's like a little
Watch thy pouch.
a little tattered piece of paper. It's all the corners are all frayed, and looks like it's been damp and it's been torn in a few places. But as you it's been nailed up to a post, and you take a look at it, and it says Torg's Provisions and Supplies. At Torg's, we've got the goods: wood, flint, tinder, whale oil, snake oil, blankets, furs, rations, wine, medicine, and select poisons. We now also provide bounty hunting service upon request. Pop-up locations shift between Bryn Shander, East Haven, and Targos. So it's a little advertisement sign. So let's see. So here is a map of East Haven. So it's a pretty big deal. You guys are coming in on
Oh, this is a big town.
Big town.
yeah, this is a big one.
Big town, big time.
Token. Asset token. Give me my token. Put it over
Okay,
here.
so
Close that.
all of those pop-up locations are the same locations as the murders.
And it is also the same locations that sacrifice people to a rule. I think you guys have figured that out. So East Haven is a population of about 750 people. And you do see some people that are acting as guards, kind of milling about, and they kind of spy you when you come in town, but they don't question you or anything. They also have a flag here. Which has a snowflake above a tower. the East Haven heraldry flag.
Oh, I saw that thing pop up on there. I'm like, what is that? Is that like the breast cancer awareness ribbon?
So, East Haven, let's take a peek here at the story. So there's some locations in East Haven. You have the most people are familiar with the ferry that's out on the dock that takes you down to the other two towns. And when you guys come into town, you can kind of see out there that the ferry doesn't look like it's going anywhere very soon.
Frozen.
Since the harbor is frozen and the ferry doesn't look very variable. Variable.
Not
Nope.
variable.
It's not variable.
Is that referred to as the frozen ferry?
And this is this is what East Haven looks like if you were on the water looking back. It's a snowy kind of place. I like the art. And down on the so there's two places in town.
Is that part of the module, the art?
Yeah, both of those were. The Wet Trout is near the docks. It's the largest and loudest tavern in East Haven. It's known for its ribald atmosphere and rumor mongering. You get a description of the inside of it. There's a great chimney squarely in the building's center, and it has hearths on either side to warm into two large cavern of the tavern's common rooms. And then the other place in town is an old inn that's kind of musty, and the local legend has it that the White Lady is actually a ghost that walks out on Lake Dinishir, and the ghost haunts a spot where her rich husband drowned. There's usually some music that's played in the White Lady, and that's the two places that you guys hear about when you come into town. Any particular spot that you want to go to?
I'd say let's go to the White Lady, get a room.
Oh,
And then
because
go
it's
check
late.
out rumors.
leap it to sleep
Basically, sleep
Sleep it.
it off.
it off. That's what I couldn't get that
Yeah.
last word, man. I couldn't lock into the word off. Let's
We
sleep it.
got to warm up. We've just got done with a long trek. It's in the evening. We can basically go there, get some food, sleep it off, because we gotta find some murderers. We know that Torgs is a suspect. We got a bar that we gotta check out, and we have the frozen ferry, which is apparently where this new headquarters for from the crumpled up note is.
Level up.
So I say we just go. No one knows that we're really here. So we just go, sleep the night, and then come up with our plan of attack.
That's good.
Somebody with a plan, and everyone's going to just follow it blindly? Raise your hand. Good deal. Good deal. All right, so as you guys make your way into town and you ask questions and stuff, you start to make your way towards the White Lady, and before you get there, you're like just outside of the White Lady. You can see it off to the left, and you see the sign and stuff. But what attracts your attention is a few blocks further into town, you guys see a bright glow and a plume of smoke stretching up that's lighting up this area in town. And you can see and a whole bunch of people milling about. You can hear them up in that direction as you guys get close to the white lady.
Are they
Seems-
yelling? Are they cheering?
They're making loud noises. Not necessarily screaming and running away in panic. More like they're all talking and some talking loudly. But it's windy and you're right on the lake, so
It's election
kind
season.
of-
Let's just
you're
keep going
kind
to
of
the
far
hotel.
away.
Well,
I mean,
we know
there's
that this
you can
place
see a couple of people
sacrifices.
heading that direction too.
We know they make a big deal out of sacrificing people here.
Somebody set the
Right.
white lady on fire or something? Or are they
No,
offering somebody up?
the white lady is here.
This is more towards the middle.
This is happening like right
The town hall.
where that arrow is pointing. Like right there.
Town hall. We're madder than hell. Got our
But you don't know
pitchforks.
it's the town hall yet. You just see the light, and
Right.
because you guys are a couple blocks away. So your decision, I guess, would be you can go there, or you can go check that out.
So Sidney will head toward the town hall.
Yeah. Let's split the party.
I'll head there with Obsidian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is anybody going to the white lady
Yeah,
We will.
yeah, racist.
now
Going.
or after? Who's going to town hall? Raise your hand.
We should stick together. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Aren't we
Let's
gonna
stick
rest?
together.
Or
I'll
did
leave
we
Neo
already- we did
behind.
that?
We'll all go.
All of you to the town hall. Okay. So you guys make your way, and when you start getting a little closer to the town hall, you can see there's a lot of people down here. It's pretty much a crowd that's gathered in front of the town hall. You can tell it's a town hall now that you come in. And in front of the town hall, there is a stake, a wood pile of blazing fire burning on this stake. As you can see, a human burning to death on the stake. So a crowd is gathered in front of the town hall to watch the public execution, and you guys, kind of ask what's going on. We're not from here, blah blah blah, and you find out that this is a human wizard.
It's a witch.
Burner.
And his name was Dazan, and he tried to disguise himself, but he got recognized and was arrested for crimes he has inflicted upon the folk up here, and he was bound to the stake and gagged, and members of the militia used torches to light the straw tucked around his feet. Fanned by the wind, the fire caught quickly,
Sheriff Dan,
and
welcome to
Dazan
the stream. Thanks for
does
the follow.
not
I didn't
struggle
hear the
or
notification.
scream as he
Wonder what the hell
quickly was engulfed in flames, and the big fire, that causes erupts and spills out ever waves of heat as the bundled up spectators move a little closer to the bonfire to feel it.
God. I don't give a fuck that it's a
Like,
person.
Like, oh, that's good. You really got a good one this time. They're like, that's a good fire. Yeah, that's pretty hot. Yeah.
I'm
You
hot.
need to
I
more
like
how
how
you got that
find someone to
straw
burn.
tucked in there. The
Oh
guy's
my
like
God.
just burning, and they're like, oh yeah, that's good.
Kids with
And,
marshmallows.
Bastard.
As you guys are like standing around, you see you look over at Obsidian, and he's stuffing his pouch down into his shirt. He's got a rope or a thing tied around his neck, and he's got his pouch.
Neo
He's
will
looking
do the
around a
same.
little nervously, and you guys are approached by a woman. She's
Hot.
she's
She a
bedecked
white
in
lady?
She is. She's actually a half elf, so she's got pointy ears. She's got little pointy ears, and she's wearing a bedecked in a tailored coat and a fur hat. And she approaches you as kind of steps out of the crowd that's warming themselves by the they got s'mores out now. They're like, no, I'm kidding. And she comes up to you and she says, my name is Captain Emdra Aragath. I am the captain of the East Haven militia. Are you adventurers?
Are you after my pouch?
Yeah. Keeping my pouch real close.
Says,
Yes,
"Wow,
Capitan, we are adventurers.
Step closer.
Now we'll
Warm up
do
your
a little half
tongues."
bow.
Ah, very nice to meet you. What is your name?
I am Obsidian, the orphan juggler. And I do a little
She
flourish.
kind of moves and looks through all the coats and stuff that you're wearing, and she says, I see where you've gotten your name. Your skin is the darkest I've ever seen.
And yours is the fairest I've ever seen,
Well,
Capitan.
there's not
Flirt.
much sun up here.
Oh, jeez.
Hi.
I'll cast Prestidigitation and do a to play Porn Groove on Obsidian.
Do I need to find some music? She says, well, are you from 10 Towns? Where are you? What do you call your hometown?
Lonely Wood.
My road,
Did you say
the road is my
Lonelywood?
home.
Yes, he
But
did.
It is
not
a 10
from up
town.
here
It's
at
one
all.
of the 10 towns.
I wish to
Lonelywood.
return to the south, where it's warm. I do not like the cold.
Oh my god.
Perhaps you can show me some tricks to keep warm.
He likes the deep
Step
south.
closer to the public execution. It always warms your bone and your soul. She says, after she asks you your hometowns and reasons for being in East Haven, she says, is there any way you would be willing to help me in an investigation? Do you have time?
We have time, we have skills. Our skills come at a cost.
Work it out and trade.
Yeah. Maybe I will no longer be from Lonelywood.
She says,
I could
well,
be tired wood.
she says, she looks around, she says, I'm not really
Love wood.
authorized to give you a reward, but she like picks up a little sack that she's got at her feet, and she says, I didn't see a need for these to get burned up in the execution, but these belong to that wizard Dazan. I'd be willing to give you one of these items if you were to help me find the missing fishers that I'm looking for. You see, they went missing on Lake Dinishir a 10-day ago. The coastline is hard to sell along because of ice flows, but savvy anglers prefer it. There are fewer competing fishers in the larger boats from the other lakes, lake towns there.
Savvy anglers.
But they've been fishing. Yes, savvy anglers.
It's like from an article in Field and Stream.
We need you to scout the coastline and search for them.
You want us to scout the coastline?
Yeah,
now you said one of those items.
Yes.
That just doesn't seem. We don't even know what's. Well, what are they? Let's see here.
One
do you
of
have?
them is a copper tube, and it's got caps on the end, and then there's a gray bag. And I will freely tell you what these are as you guys spend some time dealing with them. It is a scroll tube, and in the scroll tube is a scroll of fireball.
Hello.
And the gray bag is a bag of tricks.
So
Those are
I'm gonna
good.
say, these are common, and I'm gonna use persuasion here. I'm gonna say these are pretty common. It's a long, hard trek around this lake. We'd do it for both of those items.
She says, "It's not very often that we get travelers in town, and adventurers such as yourself. I can only promise you one of those items currently. However, I can check with the town speaker and see what can come of both items."
I'll tell you what, we'll be at the White Lady, and we're gonna go get something to warm our bones, other than that spectacle there. And you can let us know his decision then. We do have other business though, so
Well, if you,
let us know something pretty fast.
as of now, if you find yourself out near the lake and
Mm-hmm.
you decide to look for these fisher, I definitely offer you one of these items for sure. The second one, I can't promise you, but let me give you the quest. Oops, that's not what I wanted to give you. I wanted to give you the quest. So the quest in East Haven begins. See now, you guys got that quest, right?
Uh huh.
All right, so it's saying he's a red wizard. Why would you guys know that?
Yeah.
He's described in the Arcane Brotherhood section. So
Yeah.
this,
I don't need to
the
read this. You can close that if you want to, and
you know what I
redo it.
mean?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Why would
TMI.
I give you that quest? I mean, quests are meant to be handed out to the players, not
I
for
tell
the
you what,
DM.
they did a good job at quests in Waterdeep, because they gave them to you in steps. Once you discovered something, you got this piece of the quest, and once you discovered, so you didn't get the quest. You got a quest handed to you, but it got updated all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be named the same thing, but it would have more information in there.
Clues
I think
along
it
the
Well,
was,
way.
yeah, I
yeah,
think it was
well, and
Waterdeep
that's
that
that.
did that.
that
Peak, they did a good job with those too.
and Zacasius usually, sums up the quest and puts it on there, but this is like this is DM's note. That this is a quest for me. I'm going to link
Right,
this for myself.
right. Well, I
The
closed it,
quest is
so
meant to be for the
This is
player.
to
Yeah,
throw on the party
I
sheet
unshared
of a
it too,
DM.
but you guys, if you want to make a little note that you guys got a quest, and actually, let me just make a real quick
just
little
just make a
quest.
real quick quest with 2 or 3 sentences in it.
Let's call it East Haven missing fisherman.
It was a burning red wizard. The fire was red, maybe a little yellow.
Neo will ask her if she knows where Suffolk Caltro is.
After a few minutes, he was a brown wizard.
Turned black pretty quick too.
Duke damage.
Suffolk County is in New
Poop
York.
damage. Poop damage.
It's on Long Island.
It's
I'm
all
just
fun
going
and
to
games
copy
till the
this for
spook
now,
wizard,
and then I can
brown
update
wizard
it
casts
later.
spook ball.
All right, that's good for now. Let me share that with you, and and move on. All right. So what were you guys saying? Sorry.
Does she know where Suffolk Caltro might be found?
He's like, Suffolk Caltro. That name does seem vaguely familiar. I think. Who is he?
Well, he definitely seems comfortable in the cold environment, and he seems to be a part of the Torg affiliates.
Oh, the Torg traveling caravan. They occasionally come through East Haven, and sometimes she rents some warehouses over in the near the docks. You may want to check down there, and you can always tell where she's camped up because of her sleds and her dogs. And she kind of points off in this direction over here.
Alrighty.
Let's go find her in the morning. Let's get our rooms in
Yes.
the White. By the way,
It is late.
if you guys decide that you do want us to search for these people or whatever, well, you just get permission to give us both those items and let us know. We'll be at the White Lady.
She says, I hope that someone doesn't else come along and gets one of them and rescues the fisherman. But I will check for you.
That'd be fantastic. Need those reports.
That'd be great.
If you could just attach a cover sheet to that TPS report.
So the White Lady, let's see what this place says. So this musty old inn is named after a local legend known as the White Lady, a ghost rumored to walk on Lake Denishire, haunting the spot where her rich husband drowned. Ronaldo, a halfling self-styled bard kept around to entertain the guest, is fond of plucking his fiddle while recounting his tale. Yep. So I gotta find this real quick. Damn it! Why was it so slow?
I heard that. I heard that.
Are they tuning up, or is that the fucking music?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. All right, so the tale of the White Lady's husband was a miser who kept his treasure in a heavy locked chest that never left his side. Perhaps it was his heavy chest, suggests Ronaldo, that capsized his boat and sent the man to a sunken grave. Or perhaps it was the fright of seeing his dead wife that caused him to capsize the boat and drowned. Either way, Ronaldo is certain that the man's treasure lies at the bottom of the lake, waiting for some intrepid explorer to find it.
Let's go.
So the inn's sullen elderly proprietor, Bartabian, human, has heard the halfling's ramblings far too often to be humored by it. So, so you guys come in. That didn't give me any map or anything of the tavern, but I'm imagining it's it's right down on the docks. It's drafty. There's a big the rooms are upstairs, and it's dank and musty in here because the water leaks in from the snow dripping on the roof and stuff. You can see that there's bits and pieces of the lake that are unfrozen around the shoreline, around East Haven, and small, like little fishing boats, so like rowboats mainly, can kind of muddle their way. They got to pick up the boat in some areas on the ice and then move them around, but and they're trying to make their living out there on the ice. So what are you guys gonna do? Get rooms here,
Let's get a room.
Get a room.
or do you guys hang out in the tavern for a little while?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we probably want to drink some bodily warming liquids for sure.
All right, so let's do some. Where's the party sheet? Party sheet. Let's do a little bookkeeping, and I'm gonna say for entertainment and room and drinks and a room and a bath and all that kind of stuff that goes along with it, cost you guys a big fat gold piece each. So you guys
Obsidian is going to
spend
offer
your
his
gold.
services to entertain the folks for lodging and food.
So do you like push the bard off of his little stage over there and say, "I'm trying to work
No,
here"?
I'll join with him. I'll join together with him.
I'm trying
Juggle to
work
his
here.
music.
Come on,
Well,
join
you
together.
can see that when you go up and you offer his services, he looks up at you. He's got like these little half reading spectacles on that he was reading his little script from, and he looks up at you and he says, "Oh, we're about to go on break, but I'm getting ready to do a séance in the back room. Yeah,
Yeah, same, yeah.
some of these guests are gonna join me. Do you want to come check out this séance?" Yeah. Kind of gives you a raised eyebrows.
I can't
Ah.
refuse.
My friends, I'm sure, would love to join you.
What about you? You don't want to join? You seem
No,
more
thank you. I have
interested
had
in that.
enough of the dead.
Do you know, this is we really live in dark times. Perhaps the spirit of the White Lady can help. Aren't you at least curious to hear what she has to say?
No, I do not care what the lady has to say unless she's going to put money into my tip box.
He's like, well, let your friends know we're heading back there now. So if they want to join, they're more than welcome to.
I'm going.
So he picks up some of his stuff and he waddles in the back room. Who
Yeah.
goes back there?
Yeah, I go back there for sure.
Yeah.
Nia will
and
stay with
whoever-
Obsidian.
Yeah, whoever doesn't, you get like a little table in the corner and you get some
Some
stuff
mead.
to drink.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna have
those
some
that-
fun with this.
Yeah, those that go in the back, you can see that smoke from burning incense clouds the room. There's like multicolored lamps and like silks are hung from the rafters, and the light from several candles illuminate a circle of uncomfortable looking guests. Right, they're all like looking around. They're all sitting cross-legged on the floor, and you see Ronaldo, the little halfling. He pushes back the sleeves on his robe, and he raises his hands, and closes his eyes, and intones. He says, "Lady who watches from the lake, come to us in our darkest hour. Tell us what you have seen." And he like closes his eyes and he leans forward, and after a moment of silence, thick frost forms on the inside of the room's windows and starts turning them opaque. And one of the candles goes out, and then another one goes out, and then another one goes out, and one by one, all the candles go out. And Ronaldo says, I sense the white lady's spirit is close. Everyone, reach out to it. And what does Grun do?
Grun is going to cast Prestidigitation slyly if he can, and try to make a puff of white smoke appear where he's saying this white lady is.
Okay. So you make a little wisp of smoke, kinda. All right, give me your sleight of hand, since you're trying to do it indiscriminately.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you stand up on top of the chair. Please leaves back. I don't know.
I'm helping.
You rolled an 8, so it's not a complete failure, but it wasn't like spectacular. All right. So you can see that Grun is doing something. What about Mr. Quaid? What's he doing?
He uses minor illusion to take this puff of smoke and form it into the guise of a woman. Kind of just take the smoke and shape it into a woman that's floating off the floor here.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to read ahead. Okay, say that one more time. You take the
Smoky ghost.
Oh, the smoke that he cast, he stood up and did this, and everybody kind of chuckles at him and stuff. And I'm going to use minor illusion and form it into a ghostly figure of a
woman in white.
Yeah. Well, it's probably white smoke. So.
Give me a. So you guys are trying to help him? Is that what you're trying to do, or
make it more impressive?
Trying to secretly cast this minor illusion.
Secretly, give me your sleight of hands. Let's see how secretly you. All right, so a little better than Mr. Whitespear did. You actually succeed on that. And what about Zazzy? What's Zazzy doing?
Just observing. He's not wanting to do anything except look at this point.
He's just staring with his mouth a little like what's going on?
What's going on?
All right, so I need one of these from everybody but Obsidian and
Neo.
Mr. Neo, which is a.
Are you pushing it?
Yeah, I'm pushing it.
Push it. Dun, 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 dun.
Push it real good.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, since you guys are kind of inspiring his story and what he's doing, you realize that that you guys have helped Ronaldo in his little storytelling, and you guys can see that indeed a spirit manifests in the room. Like,
hello.
Really manifests in the room. You think
like
you don't
it's
think
not
it's
my illusion.
Right? Yeah.
I would know it wasn't my illusion.
Yeah, it comes out of your illusion, and it is a white lady that looks like I want to say a poltergeist.
I'm gonna sit back
and she comes in
look at Grun,
and
goes,
she
"Now
looks
this
around the
gets it."
room, and now all of the windows have iced over, and you see this image, and she looks around, and he's like, Ronaldo says, there's the spirit, and 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 she's become receptive, and quickly, if you wish to ask a question of her, she will answer you by drawing the answer on the windows. One of you quickly ask her a question.
Who's the murderer? Who's the murderer?
So you ask who the murderer is,
Mm-hmm.
and she says,
like she goes over and blows on the window and makes it frost up.
yeah,
and then...
she also writes on the window, and she says, "The lake drowned my husband." You see it written.
Well, it wasn't the murderer I was thinking of, but
Well, you weren't very
That's
very
not what I
specific. Now,
mean.
were you?
Well, you said ask a question quick. I'm like, who's the murderer?
And he's like, "Oh, yes, I could have told you that, but you quick, Sassy, ask her a question."
Who's the murderer he's talking about?
That helps, right?
The lake.
So you see the answer get underlined with a question mark.
I'm out. I don't know how to do this.
There have been murders around the lake recently. Not your husband.
Yeah.
Who's committing those murders?
He's like, "Don't confuse her. You'll make her mad. Don't confuse her. Just ask her a question. You
She'll
there,
be mad.
sir?
I'm mad.
Ask
Answer
her
the
a
goddamn
question." And
question.
he points to Grun. "Do you have a question you want to ask her? Don't make her mad."
Who's the murderer those two guys were talking about? Oh shit! Don't blow it. Like I did.
Yeah. What is going on with the lost sailors in the harbor?
She wanders the lake, so she should know.
Got my backup finger guns pointing.
She says, "Possibly," she writes. You can see it, and you can see that also when she's writing, the halfling is like in a trance, and he's like in like a ghostly poltergeisty voice saying the words.
I want to inside him.
Yeah, you're like staring at him, and you're like, and he says,
"Is he fucking around here?"
Yeah, she says, what was I going to say until you said that? Damn it.
Damn it, I forgot.
Possibly.
Yeah. Oh, it says, possibly check the town ferry when you ask that question.
Thank you.
Is that the guy that runs the inn?
The town ferry.
You talking to a Neo or what? Since you're out in the other room?
No, so the insight check. Do I find that he's putting on some of a show here? I mean, would I believe? You say he
let me finish here, and then you can determine what you believe, and I'll tell you. if you succeeded or not on your insight check. But the questions go around the room to a couple other people, right? And one of them says, "Do you know if I should wear my white socks or my black socks?" And you can tell that this spirit or this poltergeist gets frustrated, and one of the windows shatters.
I slapped the hell out of him.
And he's like,
Right in the cold.
"Yeah, I know." The wind's like, whoosh. And
I ask
then you
stupid
see
questions.
the spirit kind of, some of the snow blows in, and the spirit whoosh, and wishes out the window. And he comes out of his trance. He's like, "Oh, oh yeah, ah,
Was it good for you?
Fly
yeah,
up the window with the body of the guy who asked the dumb question.
yeah." You see them
Does he light a cigarette?
like closing up the window and stuff, and he says, "Oh, I'm gonna have to recover from that one. Ooh, oh, that's gonna take me some time. Ooh, she was really here this time." Oh,
She's normally not. Normally you just make it up.
no. So if you failed on the persuasion check, the white lady spirit manifests as a poltergeist and attacks the party. And if you succeed on it, you get to ask 3 questions. It says the spirit replies truthfully by tracing short 2 to 5 word answers on the room's frosted windows. And while doing that, the spirit also uses Ronaldo as a vessel to whisper the answers. If the spirit doesn't know an answer or thinks a question is foolish, it shatters a window instead. Once it answers 3 questions, it departs. So you guys got to talk to the white lady. Nice. All right, so that's the white lady. And so you guys adjourn.
You sound like you're announcing a stripper on.
The
Welcome
white
to White
lady, please.
everybody. The white lady, gentlemen, please.
To the
have your
pink
dollars ready.
stage.
Well, I know
The
you know
main
how to
stage.
do that, but it's more like the pink skater, because you used to do the skating rink, right?
I also worked at Deja Vu as a DJ. Yes. Ladies, please, or gentlemen, please welcome Heather. Heather to the main stage. Tip me well, Heather, or I'll fucking. I never did jokes. They didn't appreciate it.
This afternoon, the B team, watch out for the bullet holes.
They would come to me and before the shows and tip me. They would bid out who could, like the famous CD at the time, like you gotta play Paula Abdul for me. Don't play it for anybody else. $20, whatever.
All right, so you guys spend the night and wake up feeling D&D magically refreshed in the morning, and you guys get a long rest.
I'll snap. Level up.
Level up.
No, not yet.
Damn it.
Down arrow.
We got 7 more towns we gotta visit before we level.
We could.
It says chapter
only hit
1 is
3 so far.
Chapter 1 is around all the legs. Chapter 2 is where you get to be 3rd level.
Neo's
So you
still
guys
prone.
oh yeah, he's still in the bed. He didn't get up. What the hell?
Keeping on the job again.
Yeah, check your effects. Make sure nothing got dropped off or needs to get added. As we're
White.
gonna roll initiative. No, I'm kidding. It's actually time to stop. It's almost that time. Yeah, we got like 3 minutes, and so what is your plan for next session next week? What are you guys gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna wait. We need to wait and see if that lady comes to see us tonight and says she's gonna give us 2 of those items. Then maybe we'll go hunt for that. But we're definitely going to the ferry, right?
Yeah, we got to go to the
Town
frozen
ferry.
ferry. Well, the Frozen Ferry is the new headquarters, which is also the town ferry, and then we also have the warehouses to check out.
Yep.
Okay.
So the
Plan
town
for next
ferry,
week.
the warehouses, and then maybe if you have convinced the captain of the militia to give you both of the magical items, you guys will go look for the missing fisherman.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if she
The white
doesn't,
lady
you're
said
like,
was at the ferry.
which the white lady said possibly at
Check
the
the
ferry.
ferry.
Yeah, check the ferry.
Mm.
You know, when you're a poltergeist, you really don't care a whole lot about what's going on. You're like, whatever. I'm haunting. Leave me
Whatever,
alone.
you gotta
I'm
say, come on,
haunting. Leave me
ask your
alone.
question.
That's
I'm
great.
haunting. I'm miserable. Leave me alone. But so far this is turning out to be a pretty good adventure. I'm kind of liking it. There was a whole thing in the other town that you guys just but
Get to
since
the
you're on
finish
milestone,
line.
you're like, fuck that. Like, I didn't really want to run that one anyways. I was reading through it. I'm like, this is like plot shit and deep. Like, you got to read deep and then like go rig it another chapter and then come back and like, yeah, let's just come over and just keep on going. It worked out well.
That works. That works. Thanks, Dre. Thanks,
Yeah, thank you.
Drake.
Our
Yeah,
plan
yeah.
is to make
Yep.
inappropriate fairy jokes next week.
Yeah, inappropriate joking every time.
So, if you guys want to catch me on Tuesday, I'm running Call from the Deep. And then, of course, Rob's got all of his stuff, which he'll explain as he's shutting down the stream.
Yes,
So,
as you
see you guys.
may know, you can click on the TTRPG link and see everybody's channels. All right, thanks
Yeah,
Drake.
it's
Thanks
down,
players.
it's down
Thanks
there.
everybody. See you guys next time.
See you guys. Thanks, chat.
All right, and that's how you do it, everybody. That is how you play Fantasy Grounds Unity. Well, we're not playing Fantasy Grounds Unity. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons, but you guys know what I mean. You understand. So you can join us every Saturday for this game. There's a slide right there. It's every Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can figure it out wherever you are in the world. Sunday, and this is tomorrow, Rifts, the Tomorrow Legion Player's Guide. We're going to be talking to Gun Bunny Fufu about that. That's a Savage Worlds thing. Tuesdays, every Tuesday is the pickup game. You can literally come by and play for 2 hours and never play again, or you can play every week, whatever you want to do. Wednesday is Round Robin with Remedeezy and I. Then Friday is the Dungeon of the Mad Mage game, which we've been playing since December of 18. So coming up on 2 years, episode 70. And that's how you do it, everybody. That's the whole thing. Let me give you guys your end of stream words. Thanks everybody, by the way, for the. Oh, you know what, Caesar, Dennis never got a chance to use his advantage that you got him. So I'm going to give you your XPs back on that. I'm going to refund you your XPs. Boom. And thanks everybody for participating in the chat with your XP. Also, thanks to all the follows and especially the subscriptions and the BitBoss cheerbits, BitBoss attacks. Appreciate all that, you guys. Now, let me just tell you, I always remind everybody, especially those that hang out till the end, if you... Did I give the points? Oh, no, I didn't. Here, shit. You know what? I usually give 100. Let's give 500, because you don't know what the hell I'm going to do. You guys never know. But I will tell you this. If you're just watching, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Twitch, and that's all you do is just watch, that's all we care about. All we care about is that you're having a good time, having some fun, getting away from your lives a little bit, joining us to watch the game, and perhaps even using your chat XP to affect the game, and you're just having fun. That's all we care about. Now, having said that, if you would like to do things to support the channel, you certainly can. There's a wide variety of things you can do, all of which I'm going to post in the chat right now. You can type exclamation point and then any of those words, and it will give you the proper URL to go to said item. So, for instance, Discord, we have over 1,400 people talking on a Discord that is, I think, coming up on 4 years old. Maybe it's only 3. I don't know. But it's been a while. And here, I can even look. Duh. But yes, you can come over there. We talk about Fantasy Grounds, and we talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we talk about the DM's Guild like just 24/7. So it started November 15th of 16. So yeah, it'll be 4 years. That sounds right. Well, it is right. Also, guys, you can come to my Patreon page. I have levels of support for as little as $1 over there. So if you like doing that, you can cheer bits or subscribe to the stream. Now, if you do either one of those things, cheer or sub or resub during the stream, you will attack the bit boss, which is currently Gwydion at 775 because he's awesome. And in addition, you can go to the DM's Guild, check the items that the team and I have for sale over there. Let's check today's dollar figure with an hour left to go in the day because the fiscal day for Dungeon Masters Guild ends at 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern the following day. Don't ask me why. I think it's because they're based in the Central Time Zone, so midnight Central. So today's sales figure, and I know that the word figure is not pronounced that way. I say it that way because it's fun. Is $242.18. So might hit $250 by the end of the day, I guess. Perhaps. You can also follow me or subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's free, of course. I've got over 1,000 videos on YouTube. Over 1,000. Approaching 1,100, I believe. You can follow me on Twitter or check out the Facebook page. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Hope to see you back here tomorrow. We will, of course, give away prizes as we always do on Sunday. And right now I've got to prepare myself because about an hour ago I ordered a pizza with timed delivery, which is going to be delivered in about 20 or 30 minutes from now. And it's going to be awesome because then I'm going to watch Saturday Night Live and it's going to be a whole thing. And then I'm going to continue my going through every James Bond movie in order. And I've seen them all an ungodly amount of times. I just love them so much. I just finished Thunderball, which means the next one up should be 1967's You Only Live Twice. Oh, no. I think I'm already into that because I saw the beginning scene. Yes, so I'm in You Only Live Twice right now. Yeah, that's the one with Tanaka. Bonson. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Cheer bits.
Hopefully,
Cheer bits in the stream. Thanks for the cheer bits.
Drake takes cheer bits in at the last second. Cheer bits. Thank you, sir. We'll see you all tomorrow on the show. And until then, good gaming, everyone. Cheer bits.